Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another installment of Bullsitting on TSWS Gaming. This week, we have gamers ignoring J.K. Rowling's beliefs, Electronic Arts getting ready to dupe their fans one more generation, and we'll sing Happy Birthday live so we can embarrass ourselves live on the internet. I am your host, Loke7, and joining me today is Mr. Behind Them Sticks, Ham Solo, the man that likes games more than anyone alive, Mr. Matt Likes Games, and a returning guest that at this point, what is this, the fourth, fifth time? He's not even a guest anymore. It's KS.
I lost count. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Thank you very much for coming through. Quick announcements. Cozy Beluga will be coming back on Bullsitting in September, so she won't be on for the rest of the month. And also, her comic book is still in development. So this is your weekly reminder to make sure you're saving up at least $10 a month to make sure that you have $100 for Cozy in January 2024. In the chat, Mr. Silent Cypher came in here first. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. Raichi, thank you. Let's do the usuals. Asante, what have you been playing this past week?
That's a difficult question to answer. All right, so quickly. Let's see. What have I been playing this week? I have been on this kick where, because of the monster, and this is a preview of the show that I'll be doing, cheap plug, on Saturday. Because of the monster that is known as Starfield, I cannot play a game that has an end state that is double digits. I just can't do it. I have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Get in, get out, pause, real quick. So I've been playing lots of little games now to pass my time in order waiting for Starfield. And what sunk its teeth into me these days, believe it or not, is Double Dragons. Have y'all been playing Double Dragons? Has anybody on this panel played Double Dragons yet?
I have not.
It is so old one, retro good. Like, the new one is retro good. It's like so good. It is so good. I cannot stop playing that game. And that game, so something really weird happened to me. So I started playing that. I really enjoyed it. I talked to Boomstick. I'm like, hey, have you played this? You're into the old school games. You will love this. He's like, oh, this is great. If you like this, what is this? Cruel Brawler or whatever. Like, play that, which is a clone of what do you call it? Streets of Rage 4. Also, so good. So I'm back. I'm in the shmups, of the beat 'em ups, I should say. So I've been playing a bunch of that, and then let's see. As you notice a pattern, only the indie stuff and the small stuff. So I just got my hand. I was just sent a code, and shout out to them. I was just sent a code by Telltale Games, The Expanse. So I will be breaking into The Expanse probably today, playing a couple hours of that, seeing how I feel about it. So that's basically what I've been playing. The culmination. Oh, and final recommendation. Someone had me buy Dead Island 2, which looks amazing on a 4090. Let me tell you, like, oh my god, the flesh system is insane. Like, I put an hour into that, and I'm like, okay, this is longer than this breaches my requirement of little game. I'm gonna put you to the side for a bit and come back to you later. Coming. But yes, I'm gonna play that one too. But yeah, that's what I've been playing recently.
Okay, speaking of little games, I got Valkyria Chronicles 3 weeks ago. Because of the art style, I was like, oh, this is Valkyria Chronicles 4. I was like, oh, I think I could knock this out in a week or two. It's not Valkyria Chronicles is not a small game. It is a significant game. Cult Classic Cage, welcome in with a $5 super chat. Says happy birthday, Ham the man.
I appreciate that. That's awesome.
So much for support. Silent Cypher says you sold the game to him, Kesante. He's going to try out Double Dragon. Matt,
you need to do it, and we need to play multiplayer, 4-player multiplayer. Let's go. We could totally do that. It's amazing. Let's go.
Good times. Matt, what have you been playing this past week?
All I know is Remnant 2 right now. That is all I know at the moment. In fact, I'm playing it now. I need to stop. But yeah, Remnant 2, God, what else? Oh, Skyrim, getting ready for Starfield, Fallout 4, I mean, just a bunch of stuff, but a lot of Remnant 2 the last 3 days.
Right. Matt, Ham, what you been playing this past week?
It has been a weird week of gaming for me. I've been playing a little bit of Gotham Knights. I finished up Max Payne 3, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where'd you play that, by the way? Where'd you play
on my
Max
Series
Payne?
X? I have the actual disc.
Did you record footage?
I recorded it through my cap, or actually, I had to. So this is actually silly. I had to remote stream it from my Xbox to my PC and then record it through there because, of course, very much like just like Spec Ops: The Line, you cannot record that game.
Yeah.
So I had to go through other avenues to be able to record it, and it was a pain in the butt. But I tell you what, man, it was fantastic, and I'm happy you brought that up because I did capture some footage. I'm gonna throw that on the screen right now. Actually, whoops!
Excellent.
Right all over our faces.
Excellent game. Terrible publisher that does not allow anybody to record their footage. It's like, what the hell? It's a great game though. Amazing game.
BioShock's another game. You can't record BioShock.
So I played those. Let's see. Vampire Survivors decided to leave some drugs at my door. Those drugs were achievements, and I did them. I did them all. And Vampire
you enjoyed
Survivors
them.
It's once again 100% completed. And I tell you what. And I don't mean to go off course a whole bunch. Oh, damn it. Of course. What the hell did I just do? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, but anyways, of course, IGN with their foolery decided to I tried to get my wife stoked for the co-op, the couch co-op, right? That they're doing for Vampire Survivors coming, I believe, August 17th. And they decided that it was a good idea to have some people that never played the game before show it off. So there's a bunch of people running around with their heads cut off, not knowing what they're doing. My wife left after about 5 minutes of it because she just couldn't handle it. Because she's played the game before and she's just like, I thought we were going to learn something. And me too. I thought we were going to learn because they had some different aspects to that. You can't just, if you're playing like a 4-player couch co-op, you can't just get all of the, because you know how you get like 5 or 6 different weapons and then things to go with the weapons to be able to evolve them. Well, they're slimmer now because you have more people on the screen. There was no talk about what that meant at all. It was just one person that's played the game before and 3 other people off of the street is what it felt like. And they had no idea what they were doing. And it was hard to watch. Man, after about 10 minutes of it, I couldn't handle it anymore. I fast forwarded to the end to see if they had anything to say about it. Or actually about 5 minutes of it, I couldn't handle it anymore. Fast forward to the end to see if they were going to speak on it at all. And the woman at the end just said, I'd rather play this alone. And I was like, this is a terrible advertisement for couch co-op. She went in there excited and then got out saying, you guys stink. I see myself playing this alone. I'm like, dude, I don't think what was it, Ponicle that made Vampire Survivors?
Yeah, Ponicle.
I don't think that's what
Ponicle, I can't remember.
I don't think that's what they intended. When they gave them that game and said, hey, play couch co-op and show it off for the ID at Xbox, I don't think that's what was intended. And it was just, it was tragic. I was really disappointed. I was very disappointed.
That's a running theme.
Hold on, Matt. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boogie Man, welcome in. He says, Boogie Woogie Woo, happy birthday to you, brother Ham, with a $10 super chat. Ham, there you go. Happy birthday once again. I think we're
I
gonna say this
appreciate that.
1,000
That's
times
awesome.
today.
Wow. Let's go.
I don't think we can say that too many times. K Asante, $5 super chat. Thank you. K Asante says, you think Aloy is gaming Nikhil, but you still
NyQuil.
my boy
NyQuil.
Ham.
See, he's not American, so he don't know what that is.
Thank you. You
He's just
have it.
living in the annex part of
It's
Texas.
on
So
video. It's on video. Fuck off, man. Fuck off. You said the truth.
What
Now
I
you're
do?
trying to backtrack. Now you're trying to backtrack.
What I do?
You just said it. I'm not American.
You
I'm not
started your
Texas.
you
just
started your
said it.
own you started your own country in Texas.
Oh, my God.
You're not American. That's a fact.
Anyways,
Uh-huh.
my boy Ham, happy birthday. PS Kojima games are for movie buffs. It's fine. Today's Ham Solo's
Get
birthday.
his ass.
All the slander
right.
will pass today. I will read all the slanderous comments, no problem. It's Ham's birthday. Silent Cypher,
Uh-huh.
$10 super chat. Thank you very
Yeah, you
much.
guys
Says,
better
happy
dig
birthday,
in.
Hamathy. Happy birthday, Hamathy. Hope you have an awesome show and enjoy your birthday weekend. Car Classic Case, the chat is on fire. It's cool. I can take it. Matt, you were going to make a point about the whole IGN thing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that seems to be a running theme over there where it's just I mean, the thing I always bring up, like Ham just brought Vampire Survivors, which after hearing Ham talk about it, I didn't even bother watching that because it just sounded bad. And then I remember the hype surrounding Doom Eternal. I mean, at least for me, because I love id Software. And I was hyped for Doom Eternal.
Oh,
And
the Dean Takahashi video.
what's that?
The Dean Takahashi video.
Was that his name?
The journalist, yeah.
Yeah. Dude.
Oh no.
Rough.
Low
That
coming out here
video-
with names.
That
Bro.
Name
video
dropping.
was some of the worst
Everyone.
gameplay of anything I've ever seen in my life. They
Oh.
managed to make Doom look slow. Very, very slow. And I'm like, I don't know how you
Cumbersome.
did that. I don't know how you guys did that. And it's I mean, people would like to bring up Redfall, but we all saw how Redfall turned out.
No, that
But-
wasn't the testers. That was the game.
No.
Redfall was just bad.
Yeah, Redfall was just kind of it was broken. But man, they just have a history, man. I don't know. I don't like
So
because I remember
would like to
what's that?
add an asterisk. Dean Takahashi is not from IGN. I'm just
He's not from
No, but there was
Just putting
another
it out there.
IGN. There was another IGN guy that was trying out Cuphead,
Oh my
Oh.
and
God.
for like 30 minutes he
Oh.
couldn't figure out what he was doing, and they still sent the gameplay
The
out.
tutorial part. Yeah, the tutorial
Oh,
part. I remember that.
man,
Ham-
that's an infamous video. That is
Yeah.
an infamous
Pissed off,
video.
fam. I
So that
conveniently
part
don't remember
specifically-
that journalist's name. I don't remember that.
That
journalist's
part
name.
specifically has
Convenient.
gotten us to we have now dubbed the lowest part of gaming, like the easy level, we now call it journalist mode because of that video. That video
Okay.
specifically. You need to put your thing in journalist mode, and if that's not good enough for you, you need to
God
rethink
damn.
your position. I'm sorry.
God damn.
That's you
Oh,
need to watch
rough
that video. It's
video.
good. It's good.
That is a
It's good
rough
video.
video.
Uso Vinny says, "Happy birthday, Ham."
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Boogeyman, Lucifero got them receipts. LOL. Dude, I have receipts for all the journalists unless they're from IGN.
I love
If they're
that he
from
made that
IGN,
name for you.
I'm
Lucifer.
sorry. Yeah. Hey, but today, no demon time. Today, I am lowering my head. It's all about Ham Solo today.
Bend the
Humility
knee.
to the max. Silent Cypher, both of them. Silent Cypher says, I want Loke 7's damage control. My body is ready. Damage control about what specific? Listen, I watched the video. Sorry, Kesante, did you watch the video? Did you watch the IGN video on Vampire Survivors Co-op?
I've seen pieces of it that have been highlighted. I haven't seen the whole thing.
And what was your
People
take
keep
on it?
throwing at it in my DMs, and as you said, I was just like, look at the source, and I just kind of kept it moving.
God damn.
that was me. Yeah.
Damn.
Look at the source. I was like,
He said it's
Yeah,
from
I
Loke
don't
and
go to
them
IGN for
boys.
gameplay. Yeah.
It's from
You
them
know?
boys and Loke over
mean,
there.
you
They're
know?
not credible.
Listen.
and at this point, and let's be clear here. At this point, the magnificence that is Vampire Survivors does not need anybody to tell you how amazing that thing is.
No, it doesn't.
So it didn't need me to spend any more time on. I was like, okay, I'm definitely playing that, and yeah, of course, IGNing again. Get the
Oh my
movie.
God! Right?
You know
You know
what
what?
Loken, his gang of gamers.
I'm saying?
Mr. Jada Duck, $5 super chat says, "Happy birthday, Ham Solo." Also, Aloy is really JD Phoenix. They both have cardboard personalities. IGN was looking for the movie
Oh,
button in.
that's true.
Oh my goodness, they were looking for the movie button in Vampire Survivor.
They'd be perfect
Lord
together.
in heaven! Wow.
I'm
Okay,
loving this
Raichi comes
slander.
in with
This is
even more slander.
fantastic.
Raichi has more slander. He says that's why only the first hour of Starfield needs to be bugless. It would be a miracle if journalist games play more than that making their review. Okay. It's at this point where I'll just stop everyone and be like, stop it and explain to all of you guys why you're wrong. But today is Ham Solo Day. So y'all could just go off. It's cool. I'll take it to I'll
That
take
we
it.
will.
So I heard in the background of the DMs, Loke 7 spilling all the tea about IGN. I mean, all the tea. If y'all people want to hear, I can tell you all the crazy madness he's talking about. Some of them just look at the title and give you the score. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
Sante. Our offline conversation. The hell,
I'm
bro.
just kidding. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
They're never gonna let him put right on IGN again. What am I doing?
This
My bad.
guy.
I'm just joking. It was a joke. It was a joke.
And it's not even like I'm privileged and I live in like the US or something. I'm in Africa, bro. Jeez.
Hey man, they need you. They need you. I'm just saying. Let's be real. They need you. Let's go.
I wish. All right. Ham, you done with the IGN? Don't play
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, I'm all done.
Subject. Can we move on?
Yes, we can.
All right. Let's move on to some salt. Essentially, that's what it is. Microsoft is bringing Starfield and Forza to Gamescom, but they won't be available to play. So everyone at this point knows what's going on. Everyone on the panel, and I think most people in the chat, the discussion in the zeitgeist. So the first layer is the discussion that Starfield hasn't had enough marketing leading up to its release, which is less than 30 days now. Which is in less than 30 days. Kersante, you go first. Oh my God. Silent Cypher says I'm not done, Look. What happened?
So honestly,
Kersante.
to me,
Go ahead, Kersante. Do you have a problem with
about the marketing?
With the marketing, yes.
About the
Or lack
marketing.
thereof.
Or the lack thereof. Yeah, about the marketing. I'll be honest with you. Like, I am of the old school, right? Hashtag Team Graybeards and all of that. So we remember the time when marketing was a bombastic thing, when marketing was, something that was everywhere that you couldn't escape and all of that, right? But I have been, as we are in the new school and lots of different things are being brought to bear. We're not gaming on potatoes and whatnot. So lots of different things are being brought to bear, including marketing, right? And it looks like Microsoft specifically has really opted towards heading in the Netflix direction of marketing, right? If you have a committed paying X amount of $1 million amount of people sitting there waiting every week on bated breath for your next big drop, why would you go put it on a billboard when that's just waste of money? That's the consensus there, right? I know that a lot of people go back and forth as far as, hey, that's not how it's done. But even in the instance where they're marketing it their new way, their guerrilla tactics that they're doing now, we are still seeing numbers that are growing larger than many others. You've heard, oh, the biggest Game Pass launch ever. Oh, it's so massive, even though you didn't see it on your billboards, even though you didn't see it at the game, even though you didn't see the commercials, right? So the consensus, at least where I think it's falling, is they are marketing it the way they feel is right rather than the way that's traditional. Now, how will that fare? We shall see, right? But at least that you got 30 million eyeballs day one right there. So that pads the numbers from day one. You got 30 million that will hit play, at least there. Now, let's be clear. I'm not saying every single user of Game Pass will do it, but by and large, the vast majority of folks who have a Game Pass will be trying that thing out day one, whether it be on cloud or downloading it, but waiting for it beforehand or whatnot. So let's wait and see, when the dust settles, how all of that shakes out. But in the short term, I think it's a little presumptuous of us to say, since they're not doing it like how it's always been done, that it's wrong. Because how many Netflix movies do you see marketed on your normal TV, but they still crush every single time they come out? So they're trying a
Extraction
different
2
way.
did
Mhm.
numbers. That
Exactly.
was
Exactly.
crazy.
And because people remember Extraction 1, but you don't remember seeing Extraction 1 on the TV going on Netflix. No, you may happen to
Mm.
catch it when you were on
Or Billboard.
YouTube or on a bill somewhere, right? So I just think that they're doing it in a little bit of a different way. And because we are just we're hashtag graybeards and we remember how it's done, and you go into the subway and you see
Yay.
you go into the subway and you see like what do you call it, what the heck is the name, Kratos on the wall. He throws an axe, and halfway down the subway line it says boy with OOOOOOY all across the subway. I saw that in New York. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He threw an axe and he says boy all the way across. I'm like, wow, they're really going that hard on this, right? You won't see that with Xbox more often than not, but they're making numbers, so we shall see if they work. Right, because Starfield
I wanna
proves to be
add
one of those big ones, right?
I wanna add to your point
Uh-oh.
real quick. Nelson
Mhm.
Gaming says maybe they're waiting to go gold, talking about
Mhm.
Starfield, and he says happy birthday, Ham. Uh,
Mhm.
I-
Mhm.
you know what I think? I think
Mhm.
your Netflix example is on the money because
Mm.
as far as ads are concerned,
Mhm.
it goes back to what Phil Spencer said, that people are already invested in the ecosystems that they're stuck in,
Exactly.
right?
That's
So what
right. That's
happens
right.
is the ad on the Xbox dashboard is enough. Everyone that
Yep.
has an Xbox is aware of the game that's coming. And I equate it
But
to the
I will
job that
say
I
though.
have right now. Hold on, let me
Mhm.
finish. I equate it to the
Please.
job that I have right now, which is procurement. I can't say
Mhm.
specifically who I work for, but I will say that when we started, we had to put ads in the newspaper. But
Mhm.
as the years went by, now we have our own website, and that's where we put ads for stuff we want to procure. And all the suppliers, because they already invested in our ecosystem in terms of doing business with my organization, they're already going in for the bids. Do you
Yeah.
understand? It's
Mhm.
different.
Yes. Yes.
Which is what happens with gaming at this point. Sony, they do the ads outside of their
Mhm.
platform because for them it makes sense. But
Yeah.
for me, in my opinion, and also obviously in Phil Spencer's opinion, it's enough to put it just in your
So,
dashboard that everyone accesses.
But
Go ahead.
on the point that people are complaining about, where they're saying it's not being showed off at Gamescom, you can't play it. That's because those games are literally like
We'll,
wireframe
we'll get
until
there.
the day before you can play it. That's what
We'll
I'm
get
saying.
there. We'll get there.
Okay.
That's the marketing. We're still doing the marketing. We'll
Yes.
get there.
Okay.
Let's go to the chat.
Yeah, let's go to the chat.
Boogeyman.
Check out the chat.
Oh boy.
Check it
Chat,
out.
Silent
man.
Cypher says Spider-Man 2 is doomed. No demo, bad sign. Thoughts,
Mm,
Loke. Dude,
Huh.
it's essentially just it's a
mm-mm.
sequel. It's a sequel.
No, no,
No,
no, no, no,
no.
no, no, no. Silent Cypher's
What?
wrong.
What?
Spider-Man 2 is doomed, but it's not because there's no
Why?
demo, but it's because
Why?
Elephant Tusk Mario is out there. Watch your back,
Lord.
Spider-Man. Elephant Tusk Mario is on the hunt. I'm sorry. Y'all
I
are
heard a
done.
funny joke. I heard a funny
Uh-oh.
joke, and
Uh-huh.
it
I didn't
might
even think
offend
about that.
people, but it's true. Someone said, uh, why are people complaining about a demo for Spider-Man 2? The demo for Spider-Man 2 is Spider-Man 1. And dude, I bawled out laughing my ass off. I think it was on Silent Cypher podcast, actually. That was
Yeah,
some
it
funny
is.
shit. Matt likes games.
What did
$5
Matt likes game
Spitting
say?
facts.
What do you say?
He said Kojima stinks. Dragging out
It feels
Yogi
Yeah,
so
with a
good
five
coming
with
out
a
of Logue's mouth.
it
Kojima
does, doesn't it?
stinks.
It does. But I wish you would have put some emphasis on it because I did capitalize the stinks. I did.
Okay, it's $5.
Can you say it one more time?
It's fine. Mad
hold
Likes
on.
Game
Go for it.
said, and I quote, Kojima stinks.
There we go. That is
Dragon
perfect.
Heart Yobi.
That's
Dragon
Thank
Heart
you. I
Yobi.
will clip that one for later. I'm clipping that one.
Lord.
Ooh, boy. Let's
right.
go.
Make it a
Ham Solo.
let's make that a soundbite.
Ham Solo, don't you dare ever say
I like that
don't
idea.
love you, man. Don't you dare say I never did nothing for you.
I
Yobi,
really like
$5
that.
with the respectful $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dragon Yobi. Says happy birthday, King. Rachie says, but look, the Xbox dashboard isn't enough. Xbox isn't the console anymore. Game Pass is Xbox. It's yeah. Game Pass is Xbox and Xbox is Game Pass. They're inextricable. I even had a discussion on Twitter this past week about who the mascot is for Xbox, and a lot of people are talking about Game Pass is the mascot. It's not Master Chief, it's not the Doom guy, it's not Marcus Phoenix. It's Game Pass. I think that's a valid argument. Kia Sante, real quick, do you think that's a valid theory?
I do. I think the Xbox. I honestly think that at some point you will see Xbox as an application. One day in the deep future, an application, and on top of Xbox is the subscription layer that is Game Pass, which will house 90% of your games. And if you don't have the game in Game Pass, maybe they'll let you play games that you bought also in the cloud, right? As an app, if you will. But yeah, that seems to be where they go. Doesn't mean that there won't be any hardware. You'll still get your hardware. You'll still be able to play on PC. But they're just using them all as a means to an end, right? You used to be able to access Netflix only from DVDs. Then it was on a Blu-ray player. Then it was on then a game console, and now it's literally anywhere you can hit the Netflix app. You're accessing Netflix content. I suspect that is where Microsoft wants to go. Right? Doesn't mean you're not on Netflix. You're on your phone, but you're on Netflix. You're on iOS, but you're on Netflix. You're on the Xbox, but you're on Netflix. Same thing will be, hey, I'm on Xbox. Where are you? On my PC or on my phone, or maybe on the PlayStation. Who knows?
Yo,
but you're on Xbox.
If PlayStation starts acting right.
Okay, let's go to the super chat real quick. Silent Cypher, dude, Game Pass on PlayStation. Wow. Silent Cypher, $2 super chat says Kojima about to squeeze out a stinky dookie game.
Yeah, Death Stranding too. No, I take that back.
And by the way, you saying that's crazy? Like PS3 can load Game Pass because it has a decent browser. PS4 could have too, and then they gimped their own browser. You know, PS5, if they put a standard browser that used to be in there, you access Game Pass. It's not as crazy as you think. All you got to do is make the browser somewhat normal, and then you'll be able to access Game Pass.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome in.
PlayStation's dodging the whole internet to get away from Xbox.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
I was just about to say it. Yep.
Stanley Francois, welcome in. Says, "What's happening, fellas? What's happening?" Mad Likes Games. Do you think Starfield has a marketing problem?
I think Starfield has a marketing problem. No, I think Bethesda might, but like in terms of like, it's not marketed any more or less than Skyrim was but pre-launch. Fallout 4 was pre-launch. Even back to Oblivion. I don't really remember Oblivion, but I mean, I never heard of Oblivion until it was out, and then my friend was like, "Whoa, have you played this game?" And like, that's just the way they've always been. And I think it's not great. I don't think it's the best thing, but I mean, you look at the numbers they put up on the games they release, it's like I guess they know what they're doing at this point. I just wish there was more.
Can't argue that.
I wish it was I just wish it was more. I wish it was more visible. I wish it was like, because Starfield is.
What you want? Posters? Do you want billboards? Do you want ads on the Super Bowl or what?
Well, you're gonna get ads on the Super Bowl. You'll get ads on the Super Bowl because the game will be out by then. You'll get those ads. It's just leading up to the release, we don't get those, and that's strange to me. It always has been strange to me. Especially for a game like Starfield. That's the biggest game for Xbox since Halo CE. You could make a case for Gears of War if you wanted
Gears,
to.
yeah.
You could make a case. Yeah, you could make that case.
Mhm.
But that is a huge game, the biggest game of the generation, easily for Xbox.
Yeah.
So it's like I would want that in front of as many eyes as possible. And you guys talked about it. You're going to see it when I boot on my Xbox. I'll see it. It'll be there. It'll be an ad once it launches. It'll be like they'll have it on the 3 tiles on Xbox, like they do.
Yep.
Across the bottom, like every single game they do. But like, it'd be nice to see more than that for this game, due to how important it is. But we'll see. We'll see what happens 2 weeks before launch.
And about
1
Game
week
Pass
before
being the
launch.
mascot for Xbox, thoughts? Is that too far fetched?
No, I don't think that's far fetched at all. I think it almost has to be at this point because of especially if they get Activision Blizzard. It's like you're going to have too many things that are very, very important to the gaming industry to just be like, hey, it's going to be Master Chief forever, or hey, it's going to be Marcus Phoenix forever. You got Captain Price. You've got Captain Price. You're gonna have Crash Bandicoot. You're gonna have Spyro. You're like, you can't just be stuck to one thing forever. As much as people don't like to hear that, but making Game Pass the mascot just kind of makes sense for Xbox at this point, with all they
All
have.
right. We have it. Oh my God. We have a $10 super chat. You guys are really, really trying me today. Boogeyman with a $10 super chat. We appreciate the money. We do appreciate the money. Boogeyman said,
And the message.
Yeah, the message. Even the message.
I love the message.
Yeah,
Money comes and goes.
Money
But
is
that
a
message is real.
exactly.
you would say that, Ham. You would say that.
You can
This
keep
guy.
that message forever, Luke.
Lord in heaven.
You can't spin that
Boogeyman
message,
said-
Luke.
Read it slow.
Boogeyman
Look, I want you to
said-
feel every word.
He said, "Read it
Boogeyman.
slow."
Rub some
Oh,
oil on
man.
it.
Stop
Boogeyman
it.
said-
Put some tussin on it.
Boogeyman said, I make Kojima stan, but I remind myself not everyone can be right like Ham.
Oh my goodness, man. This is so good.
I don't like the fact that
Okay.
you didn't sound very enthused.
I
When you
love
read
that
was
Vic.
kinda-
I love that Vic the Click always changes his name kind of like
Every show.
He's always fresh with something.
It's just
What
the
was
click
it?
that's still there.
Like what was it? Booty Click or that one time?
Bro,
what was it?
Something about booty. I don't know
It
what
was
it was.
Booty
but
Click.
something about booty.
It was Senior Click for like the last few weeks. Now
Yeah.
going
yeah.
ahead and do the
Now it's
super chat.
marketing click. Before that, Boogeyman followed up saying, I just really thought it would be funny to hear Loke read that. Okay. Marketing team click with a $5 super chat says, "What's up? What's up, beautiful Wait, Cozy Beluga is not here. Never mind. Hi guys." Oh, click.
Oh,
I mean,
damn, that was this. I didn't even
I have
read
some
that.
bad
You should have read that
news.
shit faster.
I have
I'm
some
not-
bad news for you, bruv. Cozy will not be in until September. So
Yeah,
all the simps,
devastated.
I'm so sorry. Silent Cypher, thank you, with another 10 TSWS Gaming membership gifts. Thank you so much, Silent Cypher. We appreciate it. Big Mad Mo, welcome in. Drawn TJ, General Spartan, Night Eternal, Hard Days Mike,
Whoa.
Valenton, Polybaba, Platinage, Soil
That's in the
Tech,
J.
and Truth Serum just became members. Welcome in, everyone. We hope you stay. We're so grateful for your support and for the time that you give us to be here and hang
Absolutely.
out with us. Ham, So yeah, well, Ham, what's your take? Does Starfield have enough marketing, and is Game Pass a good substitute for like the mascot of Xbox?
Okay.
What was that?
But anyways,
Stop, Ham, stop. Oh my
I'm just
god.
hitting
Was
buttons,
that
I guess.
Professor? Was
Marketing,
that Professor
ma-
Hawkins?
marketing team Click with a $2 super chat says, my mom's calling. I'll be back in September. Bro, don't make it so obvious, man. Don't make it so obvious. Lord in
Wow, mad
heaven.
disrespect.
Okay. Ham, go ahead.
All right,
This
so
guy.
so in my opinion on this whole, like, because you're asking about the marketing part first, right?
Yes, marketing.
Okay, so I'm just confused about the whole marketing thing because it's just like, bro, I got nothing but Redfall,
Yep.
Deathloop,
Yeah.
in their freaking ZeniMax, right?
Yep.
They're all under that same umbrella. So it's so I don't know. To me, it's just like a confidence posture a little bit of like, we know what this game is, and it's so goddamn good. We ain't even gonna do too much. We just gonna throw it out there.
I
You
agree
know,
with
we
that
just gonna
sentiment.
we're just gonna show this game off. I mean, how is anybody gonna be able to argue these 45 minutes right here?
Yeah, it's like, what
Yeah.
else do you want, bro?
And then on top of it, they're talking about, aren't they talking about showing some stuff about Starfield at the Gamescom?
At Gamescom.
And
Yeah, but
it's
they won't. It won't be playable like to the public.
right, and I'll get
Mhm.
into that in a little bit. So
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's just a little confusing because I've seen nonstop of games that weren't exactly my cup of tea. Redfall was, believe it or not, Redfall was more my cup of tea than Deathloop was, just because the way the game was built, co-op, all that stuff. I really enjoy being able to play with friends and stuff like that. So Redfall was more my jam in the sense of fun and something to do. Than
Someone
Deathloop,
clipped that. He said
but they both-
Redfall was more fun than Deathloop. Someone clipped
it
that
was. I'm sorry. Take it or leave it.
I mean, if that's your kind of game, it probably is.
It is.
Like,
So
if
I
that's- if
mean,
that's your, like, yeah.
Go ahead and finish him.
but as I was kind of getting at is those things were marketed to the point where I was losing my mind. I was telling Matt, I was telling Matt back at the what was that showcase at the beginning of the year called the
Developer Direct.
Developer Direct. Yeah, I was telling Matt during the Developer Direct, yo, I know they're gonna show Redfall, but I don't need to see that game. I just want to play it. I don't need to see it at all. And of course they showed it anyways, and then we got what we got, and it's like, wow, you guys spent all that money to market just to do that.
Yeah.
And now it seems like the opposite, where they're letting kind of like the aroma of Starfield get people hyped instead of showing it off everywhere. So it's a little weird, a little ass backwards to me, but it's just like the dodgeball movie where the guy's like, I don't know how that's gonna play out, but let's watch. Or I don't remember exactly how he said it, but he's just like, "Ooh, that was like a bold move there."
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels.
That's a nice
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
That's
Let's see how to play
100% how I feel about this Starfield launch. I think it's gonna do numbers regardless. I mean, right now, if you and hey, I was much more frustrated with the marketing of Starfield a week ago than I am now. After seeing some stuff circulate on Twitter and also seeing the like Google statistics out there, I was like, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, which is okay to admit. A lot of people hate to admit that.
Yep.
But I'm okay with saying, yo, I think I know what I'm talking about. But once I see this, once you show me the truth, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you anymore. because the proof is
Yeah,
in
we
the
know.
pudding right there. That
Yeah.
those numbers,
Quite literally.
and keep in mind, Spider-Man, just the IP is pretty. It takes a lot of oxygen out of the room.
It does.
To see Starfield, like, we don't need oxygen, we got spacesuits,
Oh my
and
god.
they flying way
I knew
above
you were
them.
gonna go there. I
They are
freaking knew you were gonna go there.
they are
And-
flying way above them. It's just like it's very
This guy.
interesting. Steam, I think it hit the Steam charts as well as of recently of top
Mhm.
game being purchased.
It's the most wishlisted game.
I mean, this game is it's kind of giving me that sense that Elden Ring gave me before it came out. Although I'm
sense
more
of what?
into this game, that Elden Ring. It's
Yeah.
giving me the same sense that Elden Ring gave when it
I
came out.
disagree, but I'll give my
I
point after.
100% think that, because it's just like, man, I'm into this game. I'm sitting back here thinking, I don't know how many other people are into this. And then I see those numbers like that, and I'm just like, yo, maybe there's a lot. Because remember, Elden Ring won most anticipated game 2 years in a row
Yes.
at the Game Awards. And this game was in the running each time. Starfield was. For that same thing. Well, Elden Ring's gone now. So what do you think is now the most anticipated game? Starfield.
Spider-Man?
Zelda was there. Zelda was number one this last year at the Game Awards. Starfield was right under it. Well, Zelda came out now. And that was before we even seen the whole 45 minutes of Starfield. So I'm just saying, yo, like, it's okay to be wrong. And I'm going to go on ahead and say I was wrong. I think maybe they have something. Maybe they have a method to their madness over there. And maybe I should quit my bitching so much about it. But anyways, what were you going to say, Matt?
I was going to say, can I add just one thing to my point earlier that I kind of forgot to say? Is I was talking with somebody on Twitter about the marketing between Spider-Man and Starfield. And I brought up the point of, like, the way that I feel like the way that fans interact with Spider-Man is different than the way fans interact with Starfield. Like, you can go to YouTube right now. I challenge anybody, go to YouTube and type in Spider-Man 2 lore versus go to YouTube and type in Starfield lore. You'll find videos on Starfield lore. You'll find those videos. And that's like, people like to look at, oh, Starfield gameplay trailer had, like, I don't know, what was it, 2 million views or something? Like, versus Spider-Man had like 26 million. It's like, yeah, because that's what that audience wants. That's how they interact with the thing, is via that trailer. Yeah, exactly. You see San Diego Comic-Con, there's a new Spider-Man trailer. That's how they market it. Versus Starfield, Bethesda, I feel like Bethesda knows, like, dude, the fans will do this for us. We'll do it. We'll pick it up once the game's out, but the fans up until then, they'll do it for us. Like, you can type in Starfield videos. List
I
them.
kind of feel like Starfield and Spider-Man 2 are an unfair comparison, because
It is.
Spider-Man is a passive, is the champion of the passive IP. Like, you watch the movie, that's where you know him from. Starfield, you ain't watching nothing. You're playing it, right?
Yes.
It's a passive, you know, it is a hero of a passive medium that you already know. So obviously that 20 million views is based, also has people who've never played games, who probably never will play games, but just wanted to see the trailer because it's Spider-Man, right? Starfield is an active something you do off of an IP that no one's ever heard of before, except for those who know. So I think it's not even a fair comparison. Like, Starfield should not even, like, be close to Spider-Man 2 numbers, but they're in spitting distance. I think when it all shakes out, I think ultimately when we're said and done and the dust settles, you will still be seeing sales of Starfield, as you still do with Skyrim, and Spider-Man 2 will get a blimp, and then it'll be gone.
Fallout 4 as well. Yeah.
All right, Ham, did you want to add anything else beside about the marketing, and then also finish off with the mascot thing with Game Pass, if that's a realistic idea.
So, like Starfield as a mascot?
No, Game Pass as the mascot of Xbox.
Oh, Game Pass as a mascot. Well, it clearly has been a mascot. I think that's been talked about like last year, or at least in a podcast. I talked about it with some other people that it literally is Game Pass. Like they like look at the way that they market themselves, just like at something like the Game Awards when they don't even like show up. It's only Game Pass that you see. They don't talk about any particular game in some of these showcases that they just happen to kind of be featured at, but not really there to say anything. You've seen the same thing at the Summer Game Fest as well. Game Pass, and that is just their go-to for selling at this point. I feel like, in my opinion, that I wish that they would kind of hone in on specific games a little bit and then tell you that it's in Game Pass. But hey, like I said, there may be a method to their madness that I'm not seeing. Maybe they tried that and that didn't get them the same numbers as just showing a lump sum of games at a time and saying you can play all this in there. But as for it being a mascot, it 100% is. What happens when you log in for the first time on an Xbox? It offers you Game Pass right away.
Even if you're already subscribed.
It doesn't say play Halo. Yeah. Even if you're already subscribed and you go to another Xbox and put in your credentials, it still offers you Game Pass, as if the person next to you may not have it and they're seeing it for the first time. You know, so it's just like that is their go-to. And do I fault them for that? Not at all. I just want to see how it kind of plays out, I guess. I feel like a revolving door because I keep saying the same thing, that, you know, there must be a method to their madness to literally do the same thing over and over and over while we're just sitting back like, why are you doing this? And then they go from 25 million subscribers to 30 million subscribers. Do we really have room to judge? Not sure.
All right, this is the last super chat, guys. This is the last Kojima slander super chat
losing it.
of the
Logan's
day.
losing it.
All right,
Say it.
Silent
And say it like it's spelled.
Say with chest.
Silent Cipher with the $2 super chat says, Kojima is a hack. Thank you for the $2 Silent Cipher. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Overkill. All right. So
I appreciate it.
with the marketing thing, guys, the vibes I'm getting from Starfield. Well, first I need to qualify this. I was listening to my favorite YouTuber, 21 Kiloton, today, and he was explaining the insanity that is pre-ordering games, and I'm with him on that one. If you're not making content like we do, for example, and you're not getting the code for free, the statistics should tell you never pre-order games. Buy the game a week later, a month later, a year later. Everborn, K. Asante, your co-host, is always talking about the best version of the game is like 2 years later, the ultimate super groovy edition, you know? So
and it's usually cheap.
Yes, and it's
That's
cheap.
true.
So you get the best version, all the DLCs, and it's cheap. So
that's right.
There's
please, sir, you've harked his name once in good call, good job. Don't do it again. He'll just pop up. Don't do it.
Oh my God!
You said it once. If you say it too many times, it'll just show. No, okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Gonna show up. What the hell?
Indeed,
this man's like Handyman. He's out of his mind.
Dude, if he shows up in the chat, I'ma just leave. Like, oh, just disappear, bro. What the fuck? No, that's not even funny. No. Silent Cypher says, cheers, Loke. I'll be here all day. I know. Okay, so with all that preamble about, yes, pre-orders in general, not a good idea unless you're doing content creation where you need to be kind of first to give your impressions before the stuff goes stale, but not all the time. Anyway, preamble done. Qualifiers also done. Starfield gives me the vibes of Game of Thrones and Hogwarts Legacy, not Elden Ring. Because Elden
Okay,
Ring was
that's
highly
fair.
anticipated by the gaming industry.
Mhm.
Hogwarts Legacy and Game of Thrones
Game of
before
Thrones.
the eighth season. Before the eighth season, all right? Need to qualify that because the eighth
No
season was.
spoilers. I've never seen it.
Oh, dude, don't even bother. Anyway, I think I told you a couple of weeks ago. I told you guys that my boss randomly just commented like, "Yo, have you seen this thing, this game where they're in space?" He was talking about it like it's the first space-faring game. Like I want to tell him there's a game called Mass Effect. Yeah, you ever heard of Mass Effect? I wanted to tell him, but he was so psyched, and he was talking about he doesn't know whether he needs to get it on the PlayStation or the Xbox, and he's asking me what. No. Sorry,
Did
let me
you
take
let him
that back.
know?
No, let me tell him. Sorry, let me correct the situation. What happened was he said he looked for Starfield on his PlayStation, on his son's
Oh
PlayStation, and he
no,
couldn't find it. And then someone
that's
told him that
tragic.
he has to get it on Xbox, and he's like, "What is an Xbox?"
Oh, you're about to find
And
out.
yeah, pretty much. So for me, the vibes that I'm getting is something bigger than just the next great game. So that's why
Yes.
I'm not even surprised when people talk about Spider-Man is amazing. How can but why is Starfield trending higher than Spider-Man? Guys, Spider-Man is like the Marvel movies after Endgame. It's bubblegum. We all know it's nice. It's going to be good. But you chew it and you're done with it. Starfield feels
Damn,
like that
Loke, that
Cuban.
was
It
Jesus.
it feels like that
Relax.
Cuban. It feels like that Cuban cigar, right?
Oh boy.
Not the
That's
one,
Oh
it.
damn.
not the one you buy, not the one you buy at the bodega. You know, I'm talking about the one that comes in like imported by Jefferson's. I
Dang,
don't know if you guys
Loke.
have Jefferson's. I'm guessing you guys have Jefferson's in America because we have it here.
Mr. I live in Texas. Have you been to a bodega, sir?
Oh my god. I watched enough American movies. Point is,
Go
Hey,
ahead.
you made
Spider-Man.
that sound succulent though.
Oh boy.
That shit
I'm just
sounded
saying.
good.
No, I'm just saying, like, Spider-Man is cool, but like this is what you get with Starfield. It's some good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Top
That's
shelf.
what it looks like.
Thought that was a
That's what it
pregnancy
looks
test
like.
at first.
So I'm so personally,
It's Loke and
have
Kojima.
What is Loke doing with a pregnancy test on his desk for visual aid? Let's get that apart for a moment. What?
Loke's
right
preggers. Loke's
moving
preggers.
right along because we want to keep our monetization. Moving on.
Oh man.
After I saw
2023 has
that
been good to Loke.
45-minute presentation
Mhm.
where they're putting the ship together and breaking it apart and everything else that they showed,
Mhm.
Oh
I was
God.
sold. I didn't need to see anything else as far as Starfield is concerned. And I'm still sure at that moment I was just sure this is going to be the best game this year, and people are going to struggle to make a better game for the next 5 to 10 years. I don't need to see anything else. Spider-Man looks fine. It looks good. It's worth the $70. It is definitely worth it.
I agree.
Ain't nobody gonna be playing it by January. I'm just saying. And when I say nobody, I'm not talking about the stands. The stands will play. They will play Spider-Man until the next PlayStation exclusive. They will cap for it the same way they're capping for freaking Baldur's Gate, but none of them is going to play it because Baldur's Gate has a punching chance against Starfield. That's the only reason they're capping for Baldur's Gate. That's it. They don't really like Baldur's Gate. You go check their stats. These motherfuckers never played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. They didn't even know that thing existed, but here we are. So marketing, Starfield does not have a marketing problem. As for Game Pass being the mascot, it's freaking wild. But here we are. Raichi with a $2 Canadian dollar super chat says Cuban cigar, more like jawbreaker candy. Okay.
Built to last.
I don't know. Jawbreakers are built to last? Okay.
I mean, they last a long goddamn time.
Okay.
Yeah. Never heard of a jawbreaker going bad.
Xbox International Podcast says, oh, Crazy Louie, welcome in. Says, Loke, make a vote. Loke a video to Hammy in a birthday suit. That's not happening.
Damn.
That's not happening. Okay.
Yeah, I had strong nose after he said that. Strong nose. And he also said, Hammy, going to send you a vid in a birthday suit. And I was just like, just Louis, stop it, Louis.
I'll do that.
Okay. A Silent Cypher says, I'm going to play Spider-Man 2 until summer 2024 just to prove you wrong. Hey, man, you do you.
There you go.
All right? I'm going to be on this side enjoying greatness in space. Big Mad Mo says, question, when's the next PlayStation exclusive? You know what? Let's not kick people down, people when they're already down. Let's not do that. So the second part of this article, right? So we talked about...
You're not hyped for foam stars? Come on. Who's not hyped for foam stars, really?
Do some bubble fight. Look like that bubble fight.
So
that's got to be 2024, I think.
Maybe. Another thing... Oh, my God. A Crackland says, when y'all gonna hop in these multiplayer streets, pull up TN if y'all about it. Multiplayer.
Pull up tonight if you're about it. I don't know what game he's referring to, but I'm assuming maybe he's talking about Street Fighter, which in that case, if you really want to do that, I'll see you tomorrow.
Send me the invite. I'll join you guys in the party, and then we'll see what he's really about.
Yeah, Loke will freaking make us all want to quit.
A win is a win. Blind Giant.
And I tell you what, it'll be the cheapest win of all time.
Blind Giant with $5 super chat. No, it's because of my internet. It sometimes gets spotty. It gets rough for everyone, but for me,
I'll be standing there. I'll be standing there, and then it's like my screen just freezes, and then I'm flying on the other side, and looks like I'm whooping your ass. And I'm like, dude, your internet's terrible. I can't see what's happening.
Hey,
and he's like, I can
on
see.
My end, it is the move. Blind Giant with a $5 super chat says, at work, just wanted to stop by and say happy birthday, Ham Solo. Have a great day, my brother. Also to everyone, have a great day. Cheers, Blind Giant. Cheers.
Appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Silent Cypher, the $2 super chat says, what do you mean on this side at Loke7? What was we talking about? Oh, yeah, on this side. I'm talking about the Xbox side. Is there a spacefaring game on PlayStation that's coming out this year? I don't know. Bruv. I don't know. Anyway, so the second part of this article is about the demo. Kia Sante, are you worried that there is no playable demo for Starfield at Gamescom?
Not at all. Because they don't want you to see the bugs that you'll see when it releases. So they don't want you to see the bugs before it releases. So they hide it from you. Oh, let us be clear. Okay?
Let's go.
Let us disabuse you of any of your ridiculous notions now. Starfield will have copious amounts of bugs, like hilarious bugs, annoying bugs, hopefully bugs that don't break your game, but bugs abound. Let's just be real here. All right. So they don't want to start the bug brigade now. They want you to because to my understanding, by those, and it's not out there. There's all rumor and speculation, of course, but the few who have had their hands on it say it is a monumental experience. So I suspect that the reason why they don't want you to play that or Motorsport is that they're literally fine tuning right until you know those
You
Netflix
think there will be bugs in
TV
motorsport?
shows. No, not less Motorsport, more
Okay.
Starfield. Motorsport is just that
Okay.
they're fine tuning until they have no choice. That's just the way it is because it's a new beginning for them, right? They've spent extra time. No one's really gotten their hands on it, so there's a bit more pressure there.
Mm.
Same with Starfield, right? This is the first real big, and let's be honest, I don't think it's real, but still, that's neither here nor there. Release of Microsoft Bethesda big AAA push, right? This is the first time. Hasn't been on PlayStation before. None of that. So there's a lot of pressure to make sure they get it right. You know, I'm sure Microsoft is bringing all of their tools to bear here. I'm sure if there are AI ways of testing, they're probably looking into that right now. They don't want Bugthesda. Let's be clear here, people. There will be Bugthesda. Not ridiculous Bugthesda, we hope, but there will be
As
some,
long as I don't
right?
lose my saves, bro. I don't want to be 300
Exactly.
hours in,
Hey.
man.
It is what it is. There will be some. So I think it's a smart move. While you are still in that mode in the background, while the chickens are still running around with their heads cut off, you know, you're out there at Gamescom. You're like, nothing to see here. It's cool. It's fine. Look at the beautiful trees. Look at the beautiful thing. Can I have the controller? No. That's the way it is for now. Right? There will come a time, and whether you like it or not, it's very soon. And when the time draws near, they will have no choice but to have you play the controller. So for me, I say, you know, it's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's just stacking the deck in a certain way, right? Because if you heard that at Gamescom everybody's playing it and it's fantastic and oh my god, it's great, then all of a sudden it's like, right? It loosens the pressure. Oh, the game will come out, be good. But they are choosing to keep it close to the vest, which means it's building that pressure even higher and higher and even higher, right? They know how high this pressure is. So come day of release, when people hold that controller, if it's anything less than bombastic in the best way possible, oh boy, right? So they're confident. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
All right.
You know?
This is definitely the last super chat. This is definitely the last super chat.
Well, you got two. Well, you got two to
Kojima's
read.
slander.
Oh no, look.
Both of
You
them
need to
on
quit saying.
Kojima.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, just one. All right, Boogeyman with the $5 super chat. In Kojima's love child, just one of my life's mistakes. Ham was right all along. It was a poor decision. Okay. Big Mad Mo says, "Low coming to the green side. Welcome, my friend, to games. There's games on PlayStation, dude. Settle down." Marketing team click $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says Spider-Man 2 is when you feed Spider-Man to the first person in a centipede line, and the last one poops it.
That's hilarious. Well,
That's something.
hilarious.
I wish
I'm
I
sorry.
cared
I
enough.
heard that. That's insane.
I wish I cared enough about Spider-Man to even be offended or anything. It's definitely something. Like, I'm with Ham with this one. It's definitely.
I mean, it's something, but it's hilarious, dude. Man.
I like the
Lord.
human centipede
Trying to
reference.
imagine that. I'm
Right.
trying to imagine that in my mind. Anyways, let's get that out the brain. Matt, no
Yes,
demo for Starfield. Is this a big red flag?
No. Because what would the demo be? Like, there wasn't a demo for Skyrim. There wasn't a demo for Fallout 4. What would you show? Like, the game's too big. Like, Bethesda's not going to handpick. What was it? What's a demo normally? Like 30 minutes, an hour? They're not going to handpick an hour from a game that's like hundreds of hours long and say, this is a really good hour to show you. What are you going to get from a demo of a game that big? That really only stands to cause more problems releasing a demo, because it could be, you could release a demo and I could love it. Somebody else could be like, wow, it was kind of hype, but this demo didn't, kind of made me less hyped. It's something that really could only backfire, because That game's just too big. There's just no clear choice on what you would put in a demo for that game. There's like 18 different aspects of the game. Like, what are you going to focus on? That makes sense. Plus, it comes out what? Gamescom is the 23rd to the 26th, right? Or something like that.
I don't know
I
the
don't
specific
know,
dates
man.
for Gamescom.
Yeah, but it's late August.
Yeah, that's
and
how
it
much
comes,
we get. That is how
yeah,
much
it's
we
late
get about
August.
Gamescom.
The game itself comes out. We'll be playing it a few days later. So it's not a big deal.
Boogeyman has a good point. He says you might create a character in an hour on a Bethesda title. That's a good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Exactly. That's what they do. That's what I do.
Oh, Yago cooking, my man. As some semblance of logic and vision is coming back to the chat.
Yeah.
Yago Cooking says, for Metal Gear alone, Kojima is the damn man. I don't care what anybody says. There we go.
I agree with that. I love
There we
games
go.
that have terrible controls and absolutely butt gameplay. I love it. I agree. I love that.
Oh my god.
Mm.
All right. Hamsol, Hamsol, are you worried about Starfield not having a playable demo at Gamescom?
No, because the game comes out a week later.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It's really that simple. Like, I'm going to give all these people 10 minutes to play this game that couldn't even be explained in 45 when the game's going to come out like a week later. Just say that to yourself and to ask yourself if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, this is just I forget the term that Kay Asante uses all the time. Maybe it's snake oil or something like that. I don't know, but like to me, it's just a way for some fanboys to try to get under certain people's skin and say,
It's disingenuous,
"Hey,
yeah.
why isn't this there?" Why? While their whole platform isn't even showing up. Xbox literally came out and said this is going to be the biggest booth that we ever had. It's wild. You know how insane Starfield is? It's so insane that people are talking about that instead of Stalker 2, which has been delayed multiple times and is going to be there to play as a demo. And no one's talking about that. Everyone's just talking about, what about Starfield? When we know that Stalker 2 is going to be a banger. Or it's supposed to be. You know, I mean, come on. I mean,
No
think
offense
about
to
that.
Stalker 2. It's not going to last 10 years.
It's not a Starfield, and that's the whole thing. I mean, we were just talking about marketing for Starfield, and people can't stop talking about having 10 minutes to play when there's other phenomenal games being shown at Gamescom that are a big deal. So to me, it's not a big deal at all that it's not going to be playable there, because I mean, it'd be different if they're like, it'd be a little different in the sense of like time or like, you know, anticipation if this game wasn't coming out until like late October or November. Then it'd be like, man, that kind of stinks that we're not seeing anything all the way up until then. Which, might I add, they're also not giving you playable Forza either, which is coming out in October. So I'm just saying, like, if it was like late October, November, or even December, then yeah, maybe it would have been kind of cool to see like or hear from people about their 10 minutes, you know, loading a character or making a character, or you know, walking into the ship before their time was up. And they just looked around the ship for 10 minutes on accident, and oops, your time is up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much stuff to do. I mean, character creation. Oh, your time's up. Just walking around outside. Oh, your time's up. Oh, you're walking in the ship. You're taking off. Oh, the takeoff sequence. Oh, you're getting in the middle of a battle. Give me that controller because your time is up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, that last part you just said there, Ham, the last piece that you just said there, that's the part that's important. Give me that controller because your time is up. The game is less than X amount of weeks from release. What are they going to do? Make a demo that cuts itself off? No, the game is already done. It's polishing. They're heading towards golds, right? So chances are, in order for it to be available at Gamescom, some schmuck needs to stand there and take a controller away from somebody every 10 minutes because it's the whole game. There's no demo.
Right.
It'd be the whole
Matt's
thing.
there. Matt's gonna be taking the controller away.
There'd be somebody go, okay, we're done. Slap it out your hand. Okay, who's next? You know, why would you want to do that?
Exactly.
It's coming out next week, you know.
They pretty much said, instead of inciting a riot, we're just going to wait a week and you guys can play it then, because we already know somebody holding that controller is being a little firm about how they need a couple more minutes.
Jez,
Couple more minutes,
Jez
damn it.
might just fuck it up. Jez, like, I don't want to imagine Jez caught in with a controller and you're like, pass it. What? You would deck someone. All right. So, yeah, demos. I agree with everyone here. I think we've seen enough, guys. I'm sorry. You're either sold at this point or not, or
Yeah.
you want to pretend, or you want to pretend like you don't know what a demo is for. Okay.
Loke,
The
I'm going to keep
purpose
it a
of a
buck
demo?
with you real quick. We are on
Go ahead.
topic 1 out of 10. We better get moving.
God damn
Out of
it.
10?
Man. Yes.
Oh,
Get out of here out of 10. I got another hour for you guys. Max, let's go.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, we better get moving.
let's wrap
do
it
this.
up.
But I need to get my
Oh,
demo
shit.
take out the window. Demos. The purpose of the demo is to entice and to sell the game to people that might be unsure of it. Going back to my analogy of Starfield being like Game of Thrones or Hogwarts Legacy, it's way past the demo stage. Everyone already knows they're going or they're not going to get Starfield. There's no one that's on the fence on this one. It's that simple. You just have to go to Steam, see that it's at number 1 on pre-orders, and it's done. People have made their decisions, so we don't need a demo. Now, whether or not all those pre-orders are going to work out well, that's something for us to figure out after. But right now, everyone already knows what they're going to do. All right. Some people are going to play the game. Some people are going to watch a whole lot of YouTube videos. It just is what it is. Next topic. Hogwarts Legacy is still the best-selling game of 2023 despite major competition. So this is a callback to the intro where I was talking about gamers don't give a shit about J.K. Rowling. Like, at all. This is from Game Rant. Hogwarts Legacy is the best-selling game of 2023 in the US so far, surpassing competition from popular franchises like The Legend of Zelda and Resident Evil. The game has sold over 15 million copies and generated over $1 billion in revenue, continuing to show up in sales charts even months after its release. So this is the current list of the top-selling games this year. It's Hogwarts Legacy number 1. Number 2, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Number 3, Diablo 4. Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Number 5, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Number 6, Resident Evil 4. Number 7 is MLB The Show. Number...
That's wild.
And it, yeah. I never imagined to see MLB The Show 23 there. And then we have
over
Dead
Final
Island 2.
Fantasy. That's interesting.
Dead Island 2 is over Final Fantasy also.
I'm telling Dead Island 2 is a banger, dude. It is
It's
a banger.
visceral. And then we have
So
Final...
I hate to say, go ahead, say the Final Fantasy. Go ahead, say that one. Where was it?
And then we have Final Fantasy Racist. And then after that, we have Street Fighter 6.
Where is Final Fantasy 16 in the mix? Number 9?
9 out of 10, yeah.
Okay. Because it also happens to coincide with Square Enix. It has come out saying that their operating income is down by 78% after even despite the release of Final Fantasy 16. But I guess when you don't put the right type of people in your game, maybe they won't play it. Just saying.
Yeah. You hate to see
And
it.
also,
Not really.
Kiastante, when it comes to these sales, Kiastante, when it comes
Mhm.
to these sales, and this is something that a lot of people don't get, when it comes to these sales, this is just like for the year. When it comes to
Mhm.
game sales, a lot of the cash that gets like counted up is not just for the first 12 months. It's the first 12 months and then the second and then the third. Usually by the
Mhm.
fourth it dies down like proper dead. But it's
Mhm.
the first, second and third. The Final Fantasy games by the second year it's over. That's their average since like Final Fantasy 9. So
Sure.
it's not
Sure.
looking good. It's
Sure.
not looking good for
No.
16.
Second year is second
Month.
No,
second
second
month.
year. No, second
Okay.
year, that's when usually what happens is
Oh.
by the fourth year, that's when the big AAA games, they're like dead in terms of sales, where you will have like 50 people will buy it in the year.
Mm.
That happens in the fourth year. That's the average. Final Fantasy, since like FF9 or 8, it's been like the second year dead. The third year dead. So Final Fantasy 16 is not tracking to do any better.
Mm.
Anyways, Hogwarts Legacy is the star of the show today, not Final Fantasy racist. Sante, what are your thoughts on Hogwarts Legacy being number one
Uh
for the year?
I mean, I think I've been on here before expounding the virtue of of I said Final Fantasy. See what you did to me there
I would
of
kick you out
Hogwarts
if you
Legacy.
finish that phrase.
I think Hogwarts Legacy was a surprise that came out of nowhere, and a lot of people have been playing it. It's
Yeah.
great. I beat it on Xbox. I'm playing it again on Steam right now. You know, I honestly think it's a game that anybody and everybody should play, even if you're not a Final Fantasy. Even if you're not a Hogwarts person, I think it's a game worth
No,
playing because it's a game for
this
gamers.
man is
So.
testing me.
No, jokes aside, I think it's a great game. It's a great addition to the franchise, and it shows you that even though you know it had its various little level of drama and all that, it didn't hold it down, and people still play it, and people still regard it in as it well should be. It deserves the flowers it gets. I think it's a fantastic game that more people should be playing.
All right. We don't have someone asked in the chat. Iago Cooking said, wasn't Final Fantasy 16 budget like 800 million or something crazy? We don't know. Well, I don't know.
Man, that's
But
psychotic if that's the
what I
case.
know is that Final Fantasy 15 was 700 million and 16 is apparently more expensive. So do with that what you will. Maybe 701 million. Who knows?
Cost $1 billion to be racist, Sloke. How crazy is that?
Hey,
How wild is that? That's
hey.
nuts.
Ham, Ham, what are your thoughts on Hogwarts Legacy still selling?
I'm not surprised, and I tell you what, it's still got to come out on the Switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah,
in November.
it ain't done yet, right? I'm not surprised at all. I was telling people when I was playing this game that this is such a good game. Like, it needs to be in like a tutorial of how to respect a movie - book IP.
Mm,
It really needs to be, because
talk about
they
it. Let's go.
not only gave you the world, but they also gave you the choices of those types of people in that world. And it wasn't linear at all. It was very much do what the hell you want to do first, follow the story whenever you're ready. You're going to be here for a while if you want to be. That just the crazy amount. I mean, just walking around Hogwarts, the castle, like that castle there, that is like a whole game for other developers. That is just a whole game. Just that building.
No.
And that building like unfolds. You find different areas.
Curtains, bro. The
it's crazy.
curtains in that castle. I'm sorry. I know everyone glommed onto something specific in that castle. For me, the curtains. It was. Whoo! Sorry, Ham. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead, finish. My bad.
No, it was just like for me, it was the whole dang environment of everything that's going on around that school. Like it's insane. You walk by the statues, they're turning their head at you. You walk by people, they're saying what's up. They might have missions for you to do and stuff like that. It's just very, very open. And I just thought, in my opinion, of this game, although it's getting a lot of praise, I feel like it deserves even more. Because not only is this game doing all of this fantastic stuff, but it even went back to the PS4, Xbox One, and now it's coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
They are wringing this sucker out. They're like, oh, little damp spot. Let me squeeze the last little bit of water out of this spot, too.
Can we maybe put this on the PS3? Can we find out if you put this on the PS3?
I mean, Ham. I will say though, like, before we start throwing all these accolades at this thing, let's see what it looks like on the Abacus, aka the Switch. I don't want to see stick figures walking around throwing abracadabra. Like, come on now. How are they going to make that happen? It's impossible. Like, I want to see this port.
I want to see somebody riding a broom as high as you can go in that game and just see how quick things render in.
Oh my lord!
Because that's going to be insane.
But frame rate's going to be smooth.
Let me break your hearts, fellas. Let me break your hearts, fellas. Pokemon Arceus came out the way it came out. Things sold.
I mean, technically, Arceus is not a first party, though. Technically, Arceus is not a first party.
How so?
Nintendo doesn't own the company that makes it. They just happen to make it only for Nintendo.
Than Final Fantasy.
No,
it's no different than Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
I'm just talking about the. Oh man, this is going to offend some people. I'm just talking about the levels of demand on the Switch platform. I don't think that the people who are going to buy it on the Switch are as demanding as Kayasante, Ham Solo, Matt like.
I see what you're saying. So what you're saying? Go ahead.
Because even the IP itself, it's right next to Spider-Man in terms of the how casual it is and the people that it will attract. The people that will get it are not sitting there looking for fidelity and 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second.
So what you're saying is only troglodytes are asking for that game on the Switch. Interesting. Okay, good to know.
I'm saying the masses will buy the crap out of the Switch.
You got
so not only the people playing on Switch are troglodytes, but the masses are going to buy it in troves. So the masses are troglodytes. I see the needle threaded. Okay, good to know. Okay,
let's go to the chat real quick. Dusty says, I've waited years like everyone else to play Dead Island 2. I can wait a little longer. What are you waiting for, bro? A sale or something?
Yeah, you might as well get it right now.
I got it for $30 on sale. $30. I got it for
and it's delicious, dude. It really is.
It's
Silent
fantastic.
Sasha says, seeing a game like Hogwarts come to everything makes the excuses from Larian about Baldur's Gate 3 not coming to Xbox
ouch.
Pretty disingenuous.
Man, what a point.
Well, but
go ahead.
Can I push back on one thing though? And I heard somebody say this, and it makes a very interesting point.
I hope you say.
Well, we'll see, Mark. We'll see where I say. But on that point, even though I agree with him, my pushback there is this, right? Let's take a look at, for example, Halo Infinite, right? It also had problems with multiplayer, split screen, to the point where it was canceled. Right?
Yeah.
People complained that was Xbox OG, Xbox One, but if you look at it, the ties that bind only bind the Series and the X and S consoles. So even if you canceled it on the last gen, you could have released it on the current gen, which is S and X. They didn't. So that tells you there might be actually a problem there that we're talking about. Even the own first parties didn't do it with their biggest game.
Not bad. Not bad.
Just
That's an
saying.
interesting pushback. That's an would
Okay.
Wh-
Who's
my-
gonna go
I'm
My-
interested in
my
what Silence
pushback-
I was going to say back with that.
Yeah, my pushback on that would be, granted, I don't know what's the name of the studio that made Hogwarts?
Avalanche.
WB.
It was
Avalanche. Yeah.
Avalanche.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they are a much bigger studio than Larian.
No, not true.
They're not?
Larian, Monster Studio too.
Games.
400
Okay.
people strong.
Okay.
Larian's big too.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
wrong,
Dorian
'cause
Gray. I kind of agree with what Dorian Gray said in the chat. Actually, I mean, as conceited as it might sound, but he says Larian is a PC developer. You're lucky they're even trying.
Absolutely. 100%. That's what it is.
That's a
And
good
to be
point, yeah.
clear, I love Larian Studios. I played Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. What happened with the Divinity Original Sin 1 came to console a year later than PC. Part 2 came to console a year later than PC. They are 400 people strong. They're not a tiny studio, but they're a PC first. And they always have been PC first. And if you, and it seemingly, it looks like if the console side is giving them trouble, they'll just put you out on Front Street, which is exactly what they did, right? Now, let me be clear here. When I on my back and forth on the whole split screen thing, I do have some smoke for Larian though, because it could work on Series S if you built it the right way. Instead, you built a PlayStation game and you're trying to fit it into an Xbox.
Ooh.
That's why. If you built it with the right
But I'm
tools in place,
curious.
Series S would have no issue. But you didn't
Hold
do
up.
that. You
I'm
built
curious,
it standard and you're porting it to Xbox, and that's why you're having that problem. Because Series S specifically has no overhead if you don't use the tools.
Okay, so I'm not a
Mm.
developer.
It's true.
I'm not a developer.
Please. Mhm,
When you're developing, everyone develops on PC. Can we?
mhm.
This
True,
is my
yes.
layman's understanding.
PCs that yes, PCs the main
That's where you make
road.
the
Yes.
skeleton. That's where you make the skeleton
mhm.
of the game.
Yeah, and then there's
How?
various yes. Mhm.
How does then the skeleton, which is PC, which
Mhm.
maybe I'm assuming wrongfully, but I'm assuming
Okay.
that skeleton is universal for both Xbox and PlayStation. Is that incorrect? Is that an incorrect assumption?
That is kind of incorrect. Yes, that is an incorrect assumption because actually, and I'll be really quick about it. Actually, if you're developing on PC proper, you're closer to Xbox when you're developing on PC because, of course, on
Oh,
PC,
correct.
if you're using PC tools, Microsoft is
muted
literally
it.
going, "Oh, you're a PC developer? Hit that button there. Oh yeah, now you're making an Xbox game, right?" Now it's not that
Right.
simple. When you're done, there's profiling and all of that. But they make it very close to develop for PC as you do for Xbox, so that you have no excuses, right? That's what they do because it's in their best interest. PlayStation
basically-
develops on Vulkan, right? Their backend is Vulkan, which is a Linux derivative. There's a whole thing. Long story short, I won't get too complicated. What I will say, the best way I can describe it is this: PlayStation use the analogy I can use it is PlayStation had the way they develop is like a highway. They're developing down the highway. 4-lane highway, everything you want goes down that lane, right? Xbox developed the highway same way, except if you have ray tracing or you have other various interesting tools, they have off ramps, right? But if you're developing if you're a third party and you're developing for these various tools, right? Where do you shoot first? You shoot where the most people are. And where's that? PlayStation. Right? So you develop the PlayStation's way because that's where the biggest pool is. And unfortunately, how development works, the first decisions you make are the most important. Once you've headed down the path of developing the way PlayStation does, you're going to have to rebuild it for Xbox. Ain't nobody doing that. So instead of using those HOV lanes that have been there all the time to offset the cost of putting it in the main road, you don't do that. You just move forward. going in the main road on Xbox, even though that HOV lane that's made for it so that you offload resources, that remains dormant. That's why I keep saying they're building PlayStation games and putting it on Xbox. Because if you want to build an Xbox game, you must think of how to build an Xbox game when you start it. Even Starfield is not an Xbox game because they didn't build it with Xbox in mind from jump.
Damn.
True.
Okay, so even the fact that Baldur's Gate will eventually go to Xbox is kind
Yeah.
of like a last minute Hail Mary decision. That was
No game you've ever played on the series consoles have ever used all the series consoles features. Not even
Yes.
Halo first party. The only one that's
Yes.
come even close is Flight Sim. And that was by necessity. Otherwise, that thing wouldn't have run on the potato. Like, no one uses the resources that are meant to be used. If you did, like, I want someone to release a game today that uses all of Xbox's features. If you did, you'd see what the Series S would do, and then you'd go, holy crap, why do you need a next mid-gen refresh? No one uses them. It's on the X and on the S, but all they use are the strengths, the power, not the offset. And because of that, you get what you get, and that's it. That's the
Alright.
point. Sorry, rant
Interesting.
over.
That was,
Well,
a
that
nice
was
segue,
fantastic.
and I learned something very important today. Rachie with the two Canadian dollar super chat says,
Mhm.
long story short, Vulkan is better than DirectX.
Not true.
No.
Not true at all. The
No,
market leader
Kesante,
uses Vulkan,
no,
and that's why
Kesante,
more
no.
people see Vulkan games.
Kesante, we're gonna be here another
Please.
2 hours. You have to break
No, it's
down
true.
every wrong point in the chat, bro. All right, we're gonna start charging.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
people,
it's true.
we're gonna
it's
start
true,
charging
yes.
for Kesante's lessons. All right. Okay. Ham, did you get your take on Hogwarts Legacy being number one?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you did. Mhm.
Matt, yeah, I hadn't
Yeah.
gone to Matt for last.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Hogwarts Legacy being first? Is it problematic that J.K. Rowling's thought processes don't matter to the gaming community? And how much could this game actually sell after it goes to the Switch? Like, when it's all said and done,
Do we have the numbers now by chance? Maybe you said them and I missed it.
15 million right now.
15 million right now. Is it problematic that there's J.K. Rowling? I mean, thing about J.K. Rowling is, to me, she's just kind of dumb. I don't listen to most things she says, and it's people have seemed to, not everybody, but a good amount of people are smart and are able to divorce. Hey, this developer made this game. This developer also isn't J.K. Rowling. They just got the license to make this game. The publisher said, hey, you're going to be making this game. And that's what they did. They did their best at making a game that was true to the thing that they were making it about. And I mean, I think I'm the only one here who hasn't beaten it, and I need to beat it. I would like to beat it before Starfield, but
Do it,
we'll
bro.
see how that goes. But from what I played, they nailed it. They did everything that they set out to do with it, and people recognize that. Because they recognize it, they're willing to buy it. They're willing to support it because they put a lot of thought and care into this game. And those numbers are going to go up quite a bit once it hits Switch. We'll see how it runs. We'll see how it looks, but those numbers are going to boost up.
Oh, Big Mad Mo also hasn't beat it. Okay. Marketing team
Hey,
Click,
welcome to the club.
$2 super chat says, let him spit his fire hotter than a PS5. Hey, no one is denying his fire. It was just saying we're on subject number 3 and we have less than 2 hours. So, anyways, next topic. Electronic Arts teases the next Battlefield game. This is from Game Rant again. The next Battlefield is a reimagining of the franchise and will feature
Imagination.
will feature a connected ecosystem, although specific details are still unknown. The next Battlefield has been officially confirmed by EA CEO Andrew Wilson as of May this year, but no specific details have yet to be mentioned. Wilson said at the time that EA has extraordinary confidence. When do they? Wilson said that at the time that EA has
You call them
extraordinary
Android.
confidence in how the new
Mhm.
Battlefield development is progressing. The latest updates regarding the next Battlefield development was shared during an EA earnings call for Q1 2024. It's the first time EA has shared any details regarding the nature of the next Battlefield, though it's little more than a tease. It was a slip. It was a Freudian slip. Okay.
Man,
Asante.
love the lingo
That man
right
a
there.
bot.
Asante.
It's a
Are you
Freudian.
excited? Are you excited? Are you excited for the next Battlefield game?
So this is where I lose fans because I was one of those who grabbed my pitchforks when they gave me a Battlefield game without a campaign. I am a campaign first player. I understand the Battlefield has been a game that has not been a campaign first game, but when they did campaigns, I liked those campaigns and I wanted to keep them, right? And
Same here.
unfortunately, they lost them, right? So I hear now, and maybe you have an adjacent story to this, hearing that Battlefield, that basically the Battlefield you know of today has been saved by Game Pass, is what they said, right? So that's great news. Hopefully, that means next time, give me a damn campaign. I want a campaign. Like everybody's excited about COD coming to Game Pass. I could give two craps. I want to play those campaigns again. Give me the campaign. I
My
hear.
man.
The campaigns draw
man.
you into the multiplayer too. They really do. Like a lot of people,
Nope.
a lot of people really underestimate the power of campaign before multiplayer. We were raised as campaign and then multiplayer. What did we do when we got the first, or not the first, but like the second or third Halo? Everybody went into that campaign crazy hard.
That's right.
And then it was multiplayer for years after that.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. So
it's
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
continue. My bad.
No, you're 100%. You are preaching to the choir, and the choir is me. Give me my damn campaign. I'm sick and tired. And you know what? Make it easy. Separate the campaign from the multiplayer. I'll pay for the campaign separately. I'll do it. Give me $30 campaign. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for all of them, piece by piece. Of course, now we're talking COD and Game Pass, so that's neither here nor there. But in general, give me my campaign because there are people who enjoy it. I'm looking at you, Apex Legends. It's because of you that I'm never getting another Titanfall 2 campaign. I hate you. Right?
Bastard.
Give me my campaigns. So all of this is to say, I hear Battlefield is coming back. Great, Battlefield's looking good. I hear they're licking their wounds. Great. I hope Zampella is on board and getting it done. Give me my damn campaign. Thank you.
I like it.
done.
I like it. Based.
In and out.
Silent Cypher says more like an Androidian slip. Am I right?
I was gonna say that. Man. Good stuff, Silent. Good stuff.
Love it.
Boogeyman said he beat Hogwarts in week 2. He was hooked. Same here. Me and Ham, that's all we could talk about for like a solid 2-3 weeks. Just Hogwarts. It was amazing. Anyways, going back to the subject at hand, Battlefield. Matt likes games. How are you feeling about Battlefield getting reimagined? Real quick, Google Post says Battlefield 2042 is good now. Then a new one like SW Battlefield 2 got good. Then they ended it. Oh, also $2 super chat from Silent Cypher. Up for some Black Ops Zombies. I need to finish it. Okay. Anyone want to go with Silent Cypher?
I'm gonna say no right now.
I've
I have to re-download that game.
I'm gonna say no right now because I hate zombies. I hate zombies. The only Call of Duty, the only Call of Duty round by round thing that I liked was Survival on Modern Warfare 3. Survival on Modern Warfare 3, where you could drop Predator missiles and stuff like that. I thought that was amazing. I'll play that.
I'll make Silent Cypher a deal. He Sherpas me through Fortnite because I need that. Then I'll play zombies with him. It's fine.
Yeah.
There we go. Solution done. Big Memo says it's garbage. All right, Matt. Battlefield being reimagined.
Jeez.
What are your thoughts, bro? Straight to the point. Go ahead, Matt.
I mean, like revamping Battlefield. I agree with I forget who you said it, but Battlefield 2042 is good
Go,
now.
go.
Like it's in go Polo, and it's in a good spot now. It's just the launch, he did kind of irreparable damage with that launch, and like Asante said, not having a campaign. People talk about, oh, campaign's not important for Battlefield. Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3. I mean, you could argue, you could also say all the Battlefields before that, like Battlefield, like 1942, all the way back to Bad Company 1 and 2. They always did good campaigns. They always did good campaigns. They weren't the focus, but they always did them. And I'm with Casante. When they announced there was no campaign on this, I was quite disappointed. Not disappointed enough, apparently, to not buy it, because I still bought it. It was still a mess when it launched. And now we're here and they're saying they're revamping it. Did you also see that in that statement they're going to, well, not they're going to, but they were blaming fans for Battlefield
Yeah, I seen that.
2042?
For the
They were saying-
operate that one operator, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were, no,
I forgot
operators
what
in
it's
general.
called.
They were
all
saying,
the operators, not just one.
yeah, all of them. They were saying,
all of them?
Understand.
yes, they
Ooh.
were saying the reason you don't like operators is because you don't understand them. That was their reasoning. And
That's
it's
how you
like,
talk to
I'll tell you
gamers.
what I tell you what I don't want to hear. I'll tell you what makes me not excited to buy your next game is when you tell me that I'm too stupid to enjoy your game. Don't do that. Don't do
You
that.
uncultured swine.
Yeah. Even if you genuinely believe that you're right, even if you believe that in your core, don't ever say that. Because that's insane. That's insane.
And a better way of
Um,
telling me I'm stupid. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. You're saying I don't understand the core mechanics of the game. I've been playing Battlefield since the 360. You're telling me I don't understand core mechanics that you just introduced in this game and no one asked for. That's weird. But, hopefully this next game from launch, it's where it needs to be, and hopefully people can enjoy it. Hopefully people can have fun, but we'll see. I don't have a ton of faith that it will be, but we'll eventually find out.
Kesante, his family is not gone, bro. They're just out visiting. Anyways,
I wasn't gonna say
Ham.
nothing, man. It was a Cape Fear moment going on inside the chat there. I was gonna leave that one alone.
You were like, Ham,
Yo.
you're looking forward to the reimagining of Battlefield, and how do you feel about them saying that people are just, uncultured and, they lack finesse to understand the nuances of, video games.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
That's a real PC way of calling me an idiot. Thank you.
Right.
So as for the reimagining of Battlefield, I'm always excited when I hear reimagining, but it also makes you a little nervous as to what reimagining means, because it's just like,
You just need to add
wow,
for modern
Well-
audiences. That's all they need to do now. Anyway.
yeah, because when you say reimagining, I start to think of what I'd like to see versus what's gonna be. So it's an easy way to get people excited and thinking about it, giving it a little bit of mind share and whatnot. So I'm happy about it. As for what they said about the operators and us not understanding them and stuff like that, like you were just saying, that's literally not how you market at all.
No,
Instead,
not at all.
maybe say, this is how you should do it. Instead of saying people don't know how to do it, maybe come out with a tutorial or some kind of explanation saying, we would like to make corrections on what we've been noticing throughout the community with these operators. Wording, I swear, this day and age, and Loki,
Yep.
you've been on it before. Just being able to extrapolate a point to where people want to hear what you're saying seems
Yeah.
like it's going out of style. To where it's like, I'm just going to tell you how I feel. I'm not going to help you understand.
Yeah, because that's not my problem. My concern is telling you what I feel. My concern is not getting my message across to you. That's a you problem. That's the entire dialogue these days when it comes to like companies versus end user like consumers. 100%.
Yep, that's all I got to say on that.
Silent Cypher says, I dread reimagining too, like reimagining my budget, reimagining my diet, etc. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, reimagining is not
That's
a
a scary
great word.
That's the scary half. That's the scary half of reimagine because like I said, there's an excited piece. There's an exciting piece to that. So if you were to hear reimagining of Zelda, you'd get excited. People would be like, "Oh, what the heck are they doing over there? This sounds interesting." Reimagining of Super Smash Brothers, reimagining of Metroid Prime, or something like that. People would get excited hearing this stuff. Reimagining of Rise, Son of Rome. How about that?
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop
Okay.
it. I was with you when you said reimagining for Zelda, Metroid, Smash, all these. You know why?
But
They're
then you
all
brought up
made
an
in
Xbox game.
Japan. No, they're all made in Japan. I'm sorry to break it down, Ham. For me, every time I hear the reimagining of anything that is not in Eastern Europe or Japan or China, etc., I'm reticent to commit. I'm like, let me see it. Let me see it first, and then we'll talk. Because
Hold on. So are you saying that only the Eastern developers and publishers are capable of reimagining things and nobody else is?
No. They're the only ones that are capable of consistently reimagining and also respecting what they're reimagining. That's why Hogwarts Legacy was a shock to me. I shat my pants when I saw that. I was like, okay, we know how the West feels about J.K. Rowling in general.
Okay.
So if they're making
I will not make this a 15-hour podcast. I will just say
let's do it, bro.
Final Fantasy VII remake, block-headed black man says hello, sir. I will continue. Let's move on. Because they reimagined him too. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Again, when I said reimagining, I don't know if you played the original Final Fantasy.
Of course I did. It was also square-headed and ridiculous.
They were going terrible. So I'm just saying, in terms of consistently following the law of what they were making, I'm not saying it was good. I'm not saying it was right.
Okay. So what you're saying is they took it to the culmination of its ultimate stereotypical black peopleness.
No.
You sucker.
What I'm saying is,
looks like he's about to say yes and then goes no.
Yeah, bro. I was about to agree with him, and then he took a jump
like,
cereal.
Goes, no.
What I'm saying, Kiasante. What I'm saying is,
I'm listening.
If the West culturally, right? If the West continues down the path that it's going right now, if they remake the Avengers Endgame in 20 years, I don't want to watch it if it's being made by the West, because Tony Stark is not going to be Tony Stark. He might be Antonietta Stark, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
That's
okay.
That's where I'm at.
Oh my god.
All right.
And he's showing his Southern pride right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Find that flag. Find that flag.
Remember last year? Hold on. Remember last year when I told you that deep down the reason why I'm worried about all these reimaginings is because I'm looking at my boy Blade, my favorite superhero, and I'm like, yo, I hope they don't do him dirty. So let me keep these guys safe, because then no one's gonna think about Blade. And Ham,
what?
As if
they didn't do nothing dirty to Blade. What did they do to Blade?
I don't know what's happening right now.
As if I wrote the script. Yes, Sante, you're not a Blade fan. I need you to
No, what they
Google
do?
the show.
Mahershala Ali.
Bro.
Mahershala Ali is playing Blade. How is that
Let
a
me
problem?
finish. Let me finish. They leaked the script, bro.
Oh yeah, I remember that. They
By
leaked the
the end of the
script and then
movie, it's not
Yeah.
Blade. It's Bladette. So, bro, this is not
no.
some conspiracy theory. It's getting to the point where it's
The mic
mathematical.
shit.
All right, it's getting mathematical. 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah.
Reimaginings in the West.
I did
shit.
remember
I
hearing
might turn my camera
something
off.
about
God damn.
I did remember hearing something about Blade the Blade
Bladette. Say it, bruv.
it leaked and then it was delayed indefinitely or something. I guess that's why.
Oh, Blatina. I don't know which one you want, bro.
No. Oh no. Okay. I hear you, sir. I hear you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
on that, I bow out. Sir,
All
you have a point. I get you.
All right.
I love how he
Appreciate
picked his
it.
mic up. I
Bro,
picked his
right?
mic.
Guys,
He's
Blade
very
is my
passionate.
guy. I'm serious, guy. Blade is my guy. All right.
We know.
I
we know.
freaking before the internet was what it is now. I used to freaking go online and read his Wikipedia page. I used to go and download those crappy.
So he makes you make Blade fanfic is what you're saying. You're a Blade fanfic writer.
I'm just saying.
He didn't deny it.
He didn't deny it. Continue. All right.
Anyway, let's get back to the show.
Can I say real quick on reimagining things?
Yeah.
I think, is it not enough of a reimagining of Battlefield that they turned Battlefield 2042 basically into a hero shooter? Is that not reimagining enough?
According to them, there's more. It gets you know the meme? It's like, wait, there's more.
I got one more in me.
Yeah, they're gonna show us. Too big. Oh my goodness. We're coming in with the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Too Big. Says epic fail. This was a while ago.
You know
in
who
the
he's
show.
talking
I'm not
to.
sure who is failing.
You know he's
probably
talking.
talking
You
to
know.
me. Probably talking.
Yeah. Look.
Probably talking
There
to
you go,
me.
bud. There you go, bud.
Wow,
No.
that's a lot of super chats. Silent Cipher says give with a $2 super chat. Thanks. Says give Rise an Xbox game. It's flowers, Loke. Okay.
Right.
Silent
give it
Cipher.
to
Wow,
him.
Loke dying on that hill. Welcome in,
So,
Pixel. Sorry,
gentlemen, I have 15 minutes left
All right,
before my door gets broken down and the natives just take me kicking and screaming away. So
okay, quickly again. Let's go back to super chats. Marketing team fix it with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Says I reimagine Cozy Beluga being here, but this is real life and it's just for
Wow. Oh wow. Okay. Somebody needs to clip that and send that to Beluga. Somebody needs to do that. Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, man.
That's 100% needs to happen.
That's
Man.
great.
That's
I'm
amazing.
not going to send it to Cozy. I'm going to.
That is unabashed, even. That is unabashed right
I'm
there.
gonna put
Matt,
it
if you
on
can nab
Twitter.
that,
I'm
that'd be
gonna tag
great.
Everyone.
I will. After the show, I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna
Oh
clip
my
that.
goodness! All right. Next super chat. Silent Cipher $2 super chat says, "Loke just opened a closet of skeletons, bro. At this point, it is a dump truck full. Too big. $2 super chat. Thank you. Says,
Just wait. There's
Loke
more.
out here exposing himself. I am a Blade fan." And I'm not even afraid to say it. I am a Blade fan. Everyone talks about Tony Stark is the reason that the Avengers exist. Bump that. No Blade, no Avengers. Thanos should have gone back in time and killed Wesley fucking Snipes. Tough shit, dog. Anyways.
Damn.
Yes, I
Yeah,
don't think
his
I've ever
internet
heard
couldn't
one say
take
fun.
it.
20
His internet couldn't take it.
He's so mad.
His internet disagrees.
He's so mad right now. Yeah, he's so mad right now that's interfering with his internet.
All of
He's
Whatever,
back.
all of the state
He's
of
back.
Texas is frustrated.
His internet seems to breathe with his anger levels. When he calms down, the internet calms down.
It's fine.
Okay, so what were you
Everything's
gonna
fine.
say?
Anyways,
Yep, let's move it on.
Let's relax, Loke.
Yes, Auntie,
Let's relax.
20 minutes left. We're going to do something special for this week.
Okay.
There is no quiz. Today
Wow.
is her Ham Solo Day. So, Ham, please do us the honors of picking someone in the chat to give the $10 voucher to. It has to be one of our members, obviously. Quick reminder to everyone, we have 2 membership tiers. We have the $2 membership that allows you to be in the running for the $10 voucher every single week. We have the $10 membership that gives you everything, a $2 membership, as well as access to our pre and post show videos. So yeah, Ham, go ahead, pick someone in the chat, and then also give us your 1-minute rant for winning by default. Just for existing, you win today. Go ahead.
All right, so the person I'm gonna pick is somebody that's been here since day one with the podcast, and he's sent in a super chat a few times already. Just recently came in, and that is going to be too big this time. I got to pay the respects right back to the brother because he's been literally riding with us since we installed the wheels.
Yes.
So, so I definitely want to give that back.
The Patreon as well.
Absolutely, which we don't even do anymore. So if you're still subscribed to that, too big, stop.
Please.
Stop.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Just stay here. We're good. Thank you. Thank you.
Same with Wise Old Gaber. Yeah, you guys stop. Just
relentless.
Here is good enough. Here is good enough. But anyways, the 1 minute rant.
Too big.
Man.
Too big. You know what to do. Just DM us, and then we'll send you the platform and the amount. Go ahead, Am.
All right, yeah. And then as for the 1 minute rant, I'm just gonna say that I appreciate everybody for being here. Whether you guys are there in the chat or everybody that's on the panel with us today to, make time. I'm ultra proud of Cozy for taking care of her business. I know this has not been like the easiest year for her, so I'm really proud of her for going out there and taking care of her business and getting herself squared away. Thank you so much, Kay Asante, and many other guests. Some of you are in the chat. Some of you aren't available to hear what I have to say right now, but I tell you what, I appreciate all of you guys just for recognizing us and finding enough time within your day to scratch off whatever you had planned and show up here to pay respects, and also just to show the love that you got for not only maybe my channel, but for this section of content creation that is gaming and whatnot. I know a lot of us go live all the time around the same times and stuff like that. And, I hear it from people and, people that show up saying, oh man, this person's live and they got so many more people. It's inevitable. It's going to happen once, whenever this channel hits the next bump, there's going to be another channel under me that's having the same issues that I'm currently having. It's a non-stop train that just keeps running. So I'm not tripping about any of that. I'm just happy that those people that even have shows during the same time still find time to come over and give me respect on maybe another day that I have a podcast or something like that.
Yes.
I know that's a little over a minute, but I'm just saying I appreciate all of you guys. That has really risen me out of the shyness that was me before I got into podcasting.
You were never shy. Cut the cap. Cut the cap.
All right. Yeah. I was camera shy. I was camera shy to sit there and think I was
qualified. Yeah.
I was a little camera shy, and especially talking to some of the people that I've talked to, I get a little nervous being around, especially back in the early days of Behind Them Sticks when I was on camera and I had Randall Thor on the show and he wasn't on camera. It's awkward talking to a picture and it's one-on-one. It's awkward, but I had to push through.
Yeah. Now you've had Colt Eastwood, you've had Phil Spencer.
I wish I had Phil Spencer.
Bond to respond. It's just happening. It's happening. Let's go to the chat. Silent Cypher with the $20 super chat says, "Thanks for being you, Han Solo."
This man is the GOAT.
Yes, he is. Marketing Team Click with the $2 super chat says, thank you for your amazing time. Speaking of time, Keosante, tell people where they can find you, what you've been up to. Plug.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. Always enjoy this channel. I'm always like this, listening in, and every once in a while I get to be slanderous on the channel, so that's also great. I appreciate it. Happy birthday to the man, Ham Solo. Thank you for having me here on your birthday. This is great. Awesome. So as for me, K Asante, TKO Asante, PlayStation, Xbox, all those places. Find me on X. Find me on Threads, on Blue Sky.
It just
Hey,
sounds so
X,
funny when somebody
Check
says
out,
X.
check out his Zeeps.
I was like, what's
Right?
X? Is he on the X video?
Right?
What's happening?
This
Find
man's
me on
on.
X.com. Right? Find me on Threads, on Blue Sky. It just feels weird coming out the mouth, but it is what it is. Find me all those weird, ridiculous places that somehow we're still talking about. But yes, and I myself and Mr. Everborn Saga, we co-host a show called Gaming Circle Podcast. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. We get on here online. We give you some
1700 hours Central
100
African time.
African time. Yes. We get on. We get slanderous. We do PG-13. We had our 100th episode last week, which was
Nice.
oh boy, 5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 5 hours. It was just ridiculous. But it was 100 episodes. We had a great time. It was awesome.
Worth
Come
it.
check us
Yeah,
out.
you guys
this week.
had some people
much
swinging
like you
through. I
guys.
thought that was cool.
We were swinging in and out. We had a bunch of community members on. We had a great time. Now we're back
Cognito,
at
that
it,
was
episode
dope.
You guys were
101.
swinging live?
Stop it, Lo.
Pause. Much like you guys have been talking about Starfield, we'll be talking about Starfield this weekend. We've had some thoughts and we want to share it with the community and get a communication going and talk about that. We love these days when there's no crazy news stories that are coming to derail all conversations, because then you can have evergreen kind of conversations that last forever. So we're excited about that. And also, before I go, Saturday on Monday nights, 7 Eastern Standard Time, myself and John Wolf, another community member that you know most likely if you've been watching this, he's out there. It is a new podcast called The Gamers Playground, more focused on PC games, more focused on handheld devices, things like that. I get a lot of DMs about, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? What's this? What's that? And frankly, I hear a lot of FUD and ridiculousness about PC gaming from others. So I feel like I gotta kind of get a show going that tells you, no, it's not as ridiculous as you think it is. Come talk to us. Gamers Playground, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday nights. Thank you, gentlemen, for allowing me to come on your air and be slanderous as I do. I see y'all in the chat, Silent Cypher, Dusty. I see all you out there. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the man Ham Solo and the TSWS Gaming crew. We need to see this channel rise as quickly as possible because more people need to understand the kind of content you guys bring. I think it's amazing. It's always awesome. It's not about the latest and greatest. It's about the personalities and you guys. You bring real good stuff to this gaming conversation. So thank you guys for having me once again.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for coming
Amazing.
through, Keosante. Obviously, this is like your 4th or 5th time. I don't have to say it. You will be back, and next time we're gonna charge like $1 like per lesson that you give everyone about like development and stuff like that.
I should have like a little icon here every time you click it. I get like a buck.
Yes.
That'd be good, man.
There we go. See, great minds, bro. Great minds.
We're doing it. All right. Well,
Yes.
I must bid farewell, but I will see you guys again. I will be back on, I'm sure. You call me when I have the opportunity to, like the bat signal, I shall return. But until next time, I'll be in the chat. Peace, everybody.
Cheers, bro.
Later.
Mr. Jonah Dark says talking to a picture is like talking to Aloy. Ham Solo, can you confirm?
I can confirm he is correct. It stinks.
Oh my god, dude.
Got a little bit more soul than Aloy.
Oh my.
Damn.
And on that note, let's move on. Assassin's Creed Jade gameplay reveals. This is from Game Rant. Leaked gameplay footage for Assassin's Creed Jade showcases a sprawling open world, story-driven missions, stealth investigations, and fast-paced combat with melee ranged weapons. Assassin's Creed Jade is an ambitious mobile game that aims to provide an authentic Assassin's Creed experience on iOS and Android devices. I was good at this game until this last part. While the game still has limitations due to mobile platforms, Assassin's Creed Jade offers a premium experience with touchscreen controls and potential monetized progression systems. Matt likes games.
Yikes! Wow, that at the end sucked.
Yep.
They should
Yeah,
have slipped that
boy.
sentence. They should have slipped that part of the sentence maybe earlier.
Yep, right
Yeah.
there. With it should have been like the highlight. Lord.
My
Anyway,
God.
Matt, are you looking forward to
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed on iOS and Android devices?
First of all, potential. Just say it's gonna be there. Just get it out of the way. You know it's gonna be there. You know you're gonna monetize the game because it's a mobile game, and that's what you do with mobile games. You monetize them.
That's fair.
So just don't say potential. I get your marketing and you want to sound, but come on, be real. And no, I'm not excited for this at all. Even without that, I'm not going to play Assassin's Creed. I've got every Assassin's Creed on my Xbox right now. I need to play those first before I go ahead and play Assassin's Creed on my phone. So I've got a lot to do before I'm even remotely interested in that, and I'm not. So.
All right. Mr. Jenna Doug says dead on arrival for Assassin's Creed Jade. Ham Solo, what are your
Although
thoughts?
I am wearing an Assassin's Creed shirt.
Oh, let's
It's
see.
actually
Let's see.
great.
Oh, he is. He has
You
the
can't
Odyssey
see it.
shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
The Odyssey shirt.
You can see the logo. No, which Assassin's Creed is that one?
Odyssey. That's the only Assassin's Creed I've beaten, and
It's like the
love
Spartan
Odyssey.
guy one. It's a Spartan guy one.
The Greek mythology.
Yo, don't say guy. You know, people say that
Why?
the
He's a
female.
Oh, I guess you can.
They
Can
say
you
the
make a
female's
female in
the
that one?
best,
I don't remember.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
yes.
I played
And they
as
also
Cassandra.
They also
okay,
say
that's
she's
right.
the best one, and they say
Oh,
if you
right,
bring up
you're
the
right,
guy,
yeah.
if they say you bring up the guy before the chick, then you're misogynist. I don't make the
Well, what's-
Oh
rules,
my God,
bro.
Luke, stop it.
What's
I
Jeez
what's
don't
funny?
make
Louise.
the rules.
What's funny about that, Luke, is that they were never going to put a woman in that game. The only reason they did is because some developer suggested it, and apparently they play tested it, and it was everyone's favorite character. Because apparently, if you play as the guy, he just kind of stinks. Apparently, I don't know. I haven't played as the guy.
Okay. Ham. Quick
So,
segue. Did you
yeah.
enjoy playing as the guy?
Oh, I didn't finish it. I didn't finish that game.
I guess that
So-
answers it. Anyway, Assassin's Creed Jade. Go ahead.
And to be real, I'm just not the biggest fan of that style of Assassin's Creed, really, to be honest. But anyways,
That's fair.
as for Assassin's Creed Jade, this feels like the real title for this game is Assassin's Creed Mobile Test. That's what it really sounds like, because if you're adding these microtransactions and stuff in it, and then you're giving these like possible things to it, it sounds like you're using this game as like a trial and error kind of way of going through it. So I'm interested in how that kind of plays all out, because they use it as they use that what is it, that monetization thing kind of tentatively, right? As in they'll add it, but it could be taken back out, right? I wonder what else could be added and taken back out with this. So that's the way I kind of look at it. Shout out to Silent Cypher with $2 super chat. He says potential monetization progression. Suck it, Ubisoft. I agree. Like, it's just it's not the most pretty way to put it out, but then again, Matt kind of nailed it. He said it's a mobile game, and that's what mobile games do. Is that they kind of a lot of a majority of mobile games do. Well,
yes,
majority of mobile games you get on,
Yes.
they will ask you pretty much as soon as you open the application what you want to buy, and when you say nothing, it's like, oh,
Exactly.
So my pushback on that is that the reality of mobile gaming is actually changing. thanks to Apple Arcade. Apple Arcade
Mm.
has made it possible for you to have like 90% of the games available on mobile on a storefront, right? A specific storefront, 90% of the games, you just pay for the game, whether it's $5, $10 or whatever, or whether it's just or whether it's the subscription to Apple Arcade, and you just play the game. And that's it. There's no they won't even ask you for $1 or even 0.99 or 0.55. You just play the game on your phone. So the reality of mobile gaming is changing. That's the truth of it. Silent Cipher $2 super chat says Ubisoft's dignity could be taken in and out. I have a different title for you, Ham. Assassin's Creed Jaded. That's what I would have gone with.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Smash the like button, ring the bell, and become a member if you're ready to dedicate at least $100 to Cozy Beluga's upcoming comic book. I don't need to ask Click because I think he's down. I think Click is down to write for that comic book. Next topic. And this one's a bit spicy. If anyone is feeling like skipping it, I will not blame you.
Oh man, what is it?
After 15 years, Anita Sarkeesian has announced that her media
What?
criticism and nonprofit industry resource center, Feminist Frequency, is shutting down. The group's largest project, the Games and Online Harassment Hotline, will officially shutter at the end of September, while the remainder of Feminist Frequency is planned to conclude its work by the end of 2023. While Feminist Frequency may be winding down, the director of the Games and Online Harassment Hotline, Jay Lin, will maintain respect and an accountability support space spun off of the hotline. Matt likes games. Are you sad that Feminist Frequency is dead?
What the hell did you just say?
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know. All I really heard out of that was there was a support line for gaming or online gaming harassment. Is that what it was? I listen. I'm all for supporting women. I think that's very important. But what the hell is this? What is that? I'm so confused. I'm genuinely actually confused. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to say about that, Loke. I think, you know what? I think it's good. I think it's good that they're gone. That's my
What?
official stance.
You support
Yeah.
women and you're saying you think it's good that Feminist Frequency is gone?
Because it was just a conglomerate of words that I quite frankly didn't follow.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think it's good that feminist something is gone, but I don't know. I don't know what to say, Loke. So I'm just gonna say I think it's good.
Okay. Ham Solo. Good, bad? Do you want to run away from it? Is Ham even there?
Oh, is your mic muted? Ham?
Sorry, no, as my mic used to be. I'm sorry. So I think I mean I don't know why this particularly exists.
That's yeah.
That's
Thank
kind of
you.
where I like I get the mission, but the cornering of just saying women or just the name alone, just feminist frequency, like I don't understand why people and in my opinion, when I hear something is named like this, and I'm going a little conspiracy theorist on this, when I hear
Yo.
somebody like direct and say this is where you can get what you need, and they call themselves something like something with the word like feminist in it or something like that, to me it just sounds more like an agenda than it does real help.
Like, I'm sure they had some programs within it that were helpful to some, but I just don't really like when you act like a problem is only a problem for these people. That's when I'm just like, why is it only those folks that you want to help instead of just saying, you know, gaming frequency where we help try to help out everybody. Like I don't and I know you could probably link that thought process that I just had with a lot of other things that are political.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You can totally do that. But
If you're being disingenuous,
what's the whole point of all of this stuff? It's to make people feel the same, right? If you want people to feel the same, you can't categorize them.
Yes.
So it's like, it's just, to me, it's like you're going backwards to go forward, and it doesn't make any sense to me. That's all I got to say about that.
Especially in gaming.
That's how Cyber Chat said sounds like a pyramid scheme.
I have to say, first off,
a Ponzi scheme.
Ham Solo, I had $1,000 on Ham is gonna run from this faster than Usain Bolt. I'm just saying. I am shocked to my core that you even want to address this. I'm just saying. Just wow. Wow. Okay.
Did you get Silent Cypher's previous super chat? Ubisoft's dignity couldn't be taken? Okay, great. Okay, great.
I did. Gogo Poe said they lost money funding, more like fake frequency. They started the Gamer Gave stuff, remember. Exactly. Yeah. That's where I remember them from. And then I also remember the hotline. They did like some presentation for like a news channel, and then they found out, or they exposed themselves to like the hotline. No one was calling, and then they faked calls.
Oh shit!
For the news reporter. It was
fake calls for your own hotline.
It was cringe, guys.
That's
I sat there and I'm like, you know what? You know what? Sometimes you want to help, but you're just throwing gasoline on the fire, because now people are going to take what you did, and there are spaces that need to be made to welcome certain people. But when you do stuff like that, you're just giving the people that want to gatekeep evidence of like, yo, this is what we're gatekeeping from. These are the people we don't want in here, to the point where people that are neutral, that are kind of like, oh, we want everyone. When you do that, even the neutrals like, yo, I don't want that person in my community. I don't need that kind of drama. Y'all are trying to start some shit. I'm trying to play video games with everyone. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's what I got from Feminist Frequency. And yes, it's. Go ahead, man.
I legit never heard of this. I made a joke I made a joke whenever you asked, but like I honestly never heard of Feminist Frequency. I didn't know there was a hotline. So is it like specifically for like women? Like a hotline for women to call for like gaming? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So they would call, the idea, right, is that they would call into the hotline and say, I'm being bullied in a remnant lobby, for example. And then
this person they're talking to would bully the person bullying them.
Yeah, and that person would get into that server or something, and then like start griefing the person that is making or giving a hard time to the female gamer that put in the hotline call, because apparently the female
I was just
gamers,
joking.
I'm serious, dude. Because apparently the people
that's so cringe
at the hotline. The people at the hotline. Hold on, let me finish, guys. Because this is wild. This is
it's hard to listen to.
You're right. This is wild.
The people at the hotline were like these crack female gamers, like the best of the best, and they're the ones who would like headhunt the so-called toxic people.
That's great.
After. Yeah.
So a chick gets bullied online in a game. She calls this hotline. They get like an elite gamer to
They
just
come for
hunt
your
this
ass.
person down and be
Yeah.
like, "That's right, you stupid fucking soy boy. Don't ever bully anybody anymore."
No. They
And then,
like the
and,
soy boys. Oh, hold on, Matt. They like the soy boys. It's
well,
the
whatever. Just
testosterone
you
filled
stupid,
alpha
you
males. They don't like those ones.
stupid, uncultured swine. Don't you ever bully anybody in this lobby ever again. And
Oh, shit.
they just do that for people. That's what they do. Like, that's incredible. I was honestly joking when I suggested that.
Get your
Hey,
upgraded
man.
bullying
Honestly.
premium package here.
Right?
We do the bullying for you.
I'll
Yeah.
bully your bully.
Yeah. The
Man.
chat is losing you. Too big says that's too much effort. Silent Cipher, what in God's green earth? Yeah. It was something. It was definitely something. Anyone that has time, go on YouTube, look for Feminist Frequency and the hotline. It's definitely.
I'll tell you what. I take back my first comment. I'm sad that this is gone now. I'm genuinely sad that
You
this is
wanted to
gone now.
see some more. You wanted
I
to
would
see
love
some
I
more.
would love that. That needs to be a series on YouTube.
Yeah,
honestly.
I like what Raichi and also what marketing team Click said. Raichi says gamers were the most oppressed demographic. We never had to fight to be accepted. Just time and good conduct. And then marketing team Click went on to say, "I met Ponzi, and not even he could sell this game."
Lord in heaven.
Oh,
Okay.
Love it.
Okay. Let's
Man.
move on. Let's move on before we lose our monetization.
God bless him.
This is YouTube, guys. Anyways, next topic: Saints Row reboots. Third and potentially final expansion has a release date. This comes from our dear and beloved IGN News. Saints Row's third and potentially final expansion, A Song of Ice and Dust. Ha ha! See, we did a Game of Thrones pun. We're so funny. We're so hip. Comes out
What it's
August
called?
8th. A Song of Ice and Dust. Developer Volition has announced the Steam launch is set for later in August. Matt, are
Yeah.
you shocked at all that Saints Row, the reboot, right, the one that everyone's talking about being a trash fire, not only got expansions, but this is the third expansion?
I'm shocked to know that there were I heard nothing of expansions. But then again, to be fair, I wasn't plugged in on Saints Row's reboot. I mean, like, they showed some gameplay before it launched. I was like, that looks fine. That was like the extent of my hype for Saints Row. It started and ended there. So I feel like I'm just the wrong person for this game, honestly, which sucks because Saints Row, when I was a kid, I mean, that game, Saints Row 1 and 2 specifically, were nuts. But yeah, I've never heard of this. Never heard of this until you said it.
All right, Ham. Thoughts on Saints Row?
I just want to acknowledge something that Silent Cipher just said that I think we all could that we all could
have
agree
used
to.
that.
Yeah, right. He said, "I never got a hotline to attack children that verbally abused me for sucking at FPS games online." Just saying. Could you
Silent
imagine?
Cipher.
Could you imagine hitting up that hotline and they're just like, "Oh, what's his gamer tag? Let me get at him."
No,
And then they just what?
Ham, if you got in that hotline, you know what they would say? You're the wrong sex.
Look, I'm
can't
not.
help
You're taking it too literal. What I'm saying is, it'd be insane if I or
I'm
my
saying.
daughter, if Loke wants me to be so
Oh, yeah.
specific.
There we go. There we go.
If my daughter in 5 years from now was on that hotline and she was like an adult at the time and was like, "Yo, I'm getting bullied," and they're like, "Who's gamer tag?" and you give them the 2 or 3 gamer tags that were just bothering you, and they just go to attack some 12-year-old. 12-year-old.
Yeah.
They just give this 12-year-old the fucking business.
And then they end up getting bullied. And it just now they gotta call the hotline. And it's
they gotta
I
call
don't know.
their own
It's like, when does it stop? That is such a scheme. That's like such a pyramid scheme.
But as for Saints
yeah,
Row,
let's do that.
I could care less about this game.
Yeah.
I'll buy it when it's $10 or something like that. How about that? I could see myself really enjoying this game for $10, maybe 15. But that is the brakes right there. I lay on the brakes at $15. I'm not spending any more than that for Saints Row, and I'm sure it's a fun game and whatnot. But just the story and just some of the things that they kind of dabble with in that game, I'm just not interested in. But I mean, the whole jumping on the cars and stuff like that looked kind of interesting. I remember that from what was it, like a little over a year ago or something. But maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't remember. I think it was a year ago. I don't remember. Nah. Anyways, next.
All right. Discord will soon allow you to stream Xbox games directly on its platform. This again from our dear beloved IGN.com. Discord announced today that it will soon allow Xbox owners to stream their games directly onto its platform, a feature that was previously exclusive to PC and mobile users. In a press release today, the company confirmed that it will allow Xbox players the feature to stream their Series X or X or Xbox One game directly through Discord. This new feature, like on PC and mobile, will enable users to stream gameplay of their games with their friends, whether it is in a private DM, a group DM, or an entire Discord server. Those with a subscription to Discord Nitro can stream their Xbox games on Discord at up to 1080p resolution and increased frame rates. Matt, are you excited for Discord on your Xbox, like sharing gameplay, etc.?
Yeah. I think I think that's awesome. I think that's very awesome. This is for alpha insiders, right?
Yes.
Right now.
For now, it's just for the insiders.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It'd be very useful for me because I like to share the games I'm playing and everything. And the only way to do that right now in Discord is via my capture card, which means, it's not technically sharing it. It's just using it as a camera, but it's great.
Mm. Ooh, SummerSlam is tomorrow. Is that for real? SummerSlam's tomorrow?
Yeah, I was just thinking on a Saturday. I thought they did. I mean,
Sunday.
maybe
yeah.
I was gonna say maybe I'm being an old fogey about it, but like, I thought they did those pay-per-views on Sundays.
I haven't watched wrestling in a while.
It's been that long, so maybe they've changed it years ago. I don't remember. But as for this Discord thing, I think that's pretty damn cool, especially those people that are looking to use Discord as a way to stream their game onto like a platform like YouTube or something like that. This gives an alternative way to do that without a capture card, and that's always cool, even though you can do that technically through remote play. But the thing is you'll be able to check out the game streaming it from phones and stuff like that too. So that's pretty cool, which like I said, remote play does that as well. But if you're trying to share the game so other people can see it, that's the only way to do it. You can't do that through the remote play. You can't show others what you're playing. Like Mike does it a lot where he'll hop into Discord and he'll just have his gameplay going and we can just watch it. But he does it on PC. This will soon be available to something as low as the Xbox One, which is pretty insane seeing that they stopped production for that console, but they're still throwing all of these support features to it to pretty much allow it to continue to live, although they stop production on it. I think that's some pretty cool support to see. And it kind of ties in with Xbox's whole backwards compatibility idea. They're still caring about the
previous, not just one, but 2 generations, being the
It
Xbox
gives you
One and the
faith
360.
to invest in their ecosystem
Yeah, I mean,
because it's
like,
like I won't be left behind in 2 or 3 years.
and I mean, look at Call of Duty and all these Xbox 360 games. Turn on your 360 right now and play Call of Duty.
Technically, they're still supporting the 360. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
insane. A marketing team click says gamertag Dominican Shota. I like long walks on the beach of Halo 1. Taste in food on Overcook, and I'm a bot. Okay, I'll add you when I get off. And then I go check my install for Street Fighter just in case I don't have like updates pending because that would suck. Anyway, next
I'm
one.
gonna add you right
Madden-
now, bud.
Yeah, Madden NFL 24. Official gameplay again from our dear beloved IGN.com. Ham, are you excited for Madden 2024?
Kind of more excited than I was the previous few years. I'll tell you that much. It just looks smoother. It looks more what I would expect a simulation game to look like. If you've actually looked into some of this stuff, in fact, I watched the thing that you sent to me, Loke, and some of the new additions that they added to it. I thought it was pretty cool, where they actually have people smacking the ball out of people's hands, going for jump catches. They have new animations that actually make sense. So when you're doing like a screenplay, which used to drive me insane in Madden, is when you do a screenplay and that guy is, and I swear, if any of you guys in the chat has played a
They'll just
football
keep
game,
gliding.
you guys understand exactly what I'm saying. Not only sometimes do they keep just flying and run out of bounds, but sometimes they will just stop to catch the ball and allow the whole defense to pretty much to be able to gang tackle you. You were just open a second ago, and all of a sudden, all your momentum stopped to catch the ball real quick, and now you just lost 2 yards when it looked like a 25-yard play. So, like, I do like some of the additions and stuff that they added to the game to make it make more sense. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with what I've seen so far. I wouldn't go as far to say that I am excited. I'm just interested, which is a lot. Which is saying a lot from. I mean, look, you've heard me talk about Madden, so
Yeah, man.
that is saying a
I was expecting you
lot.
to take a big, heavy dump on this one, but okay. Matt,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on Madden 24 from what we've seen so far?
I don't care.
Yeah, he's the wrong
Okay.
person to ask about it.
Yeah. I'm not really. I'm not into Madden. I haven't been into Madden since like 07. I haven't really been into football since like 2010. So, yeah. Not the right guy for that.
Right.
But I mean, it looks pretty
Um,
similar to the last one, though. I mean, if you're expecting any kind of like crazy graphical like overhaul, this isn't it. But they definitely made the game run smoother in those kind of sticky situations, like I just got done describing. The matchups between the like wide receivers and the cornerbacks are made a lot better. So if you have a dope wide receiver, like you just seen this guy score a touchdown, that's Diggs right there. That scored a touchdown for the Bills. He is an absolute maniac at wide receiver. But in the previous games, it's like you could set almost anybody on any wide receiver and they'd cover them halfway decent. But in this game, it seems like they really went into the attributes and said, oh, if this receiver is that good and you're playing man, you better have a freaking safety over the top for this guy because he's going to own you if you don't. And to me, that is real in football. It's just like, yo, if you see, you see Tyreek Hill over there, you better get a couple people on him because in the old Maddens, it's like, oh, one-on-one's fine. But in this one, it's like, no, This dude's finna
It better,
score like
it
8
better be
touchdowns on you.
specialized. It better
Exactly.
be specialized. Yeah. For me, I didn't see enough in the career mode.
There's that.
And for me, the main thing when I get Madden, it's the same thing with like Call of Duty. If the career mode or the campaign is not up to par, the technical side is fun, but it's not really why I'm there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's just
I
like you
want to
say
do
for
the career mode.
Battlefield, right? You want to be
Yes,
welcomed in with like
yes,
the lore and everything of it. And then once you release me out to the wild, then I'm like, man, after that, like you remember back in the day when we used to play the wrestling games, like WrestleMania, No Mercy, and stuff like that.
yo,
But by the time you got to the end of that career where you got all the belts, right?
then you
You're
just
just
play for
like,
fun.
yeah, then you're just playing the game at that point.
Start
You're just
doing
playing
you
all
start
these.
doing the custom matches. You start modifying
Yes.
all types of shit.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
feel like it's you feel like, oh man, I gave this game all the or better yet, this game gave me all the proper feels for it. So now I'm gonna see
yes.
what I can tinker around with to make this game
So
still interesting.
the extras then become worth it. I want to shout out a quick game that I'm sure almost no one here has played. Colin McRae Rally on the PlayStation 1. It
Yes, I
had a
have.
very it had a very deep career mode, but it had an even deeper uh customized mode where you're playing like proper rallies that would take you like an hour to finish. But because the career mode was so just mwah, you I for me at least it grabbed me so much that I did all the extra rallies in Colin McRae. And that's what I need from like Madden and Call of Duty and all these other games, which I don't get all the time. Silent Cipher saying that yeah, headset needs to be charged. Hey man, I'm doing my thing. I'm charging it. Cypher also says Colin McRae rally was badass. Yes, it was fire. Raichi, I thought I was watching a 360 game. Nope, it was Madden 2024. Gogo
Damn.
Pole, bro, the salt. Gogo Pole, that looks more fluid and real. I haven't played Madden in years though. I think Madden is exactly that type of game that you buy once and then you leave it for like 5 years, then you buy the next one.
Hmm.
I think that's when you'll feel a little bit of a difference. If you just want to just play the games, but if you want to do the campaign like me, then you have to buy it every single year. All right, let's move on. Next we have Call of Duty 2023 reveal coming next week. This is from Game Rant. So Call of Duty has officially acknowledged the leaked logo and key art for the as of yet unconfirmed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and has let fans know when they'll be able to learn more. Apparently, this is next week. Matt, are you looking forward to Call of Duty 2023?
You know what? Yeah. I mean, I'm not as hyped as I was for Modern Warfare 2, but I'm intrigued, especially since it's supposed to be a legit remake of Modern Warfare 3 by all accounts. Now, I mean, that's what all the rumors have been, but if that turns out to be true, then yes, I'm very interested.
Okay. Sapo says something truly insane, in my opinion, but hey, it's the new world we live in. Sapo says, you know what's insane? I've watched more esports grand finals than real sports finals this year. That blows my mind. That
That
blows
is
my
wild.
mind. We all know that esports makes more money than sports, but watching more esports,
Does
that's
esports
crazy.
make more money than the NFL though? Because
Okay, I
the
don't know
NFL
about
is the
that.
most money making sport in the world.
Yeah, the problem is the people that count sports don't
The real
always
football.
count esports. They don't. Oh, this guy. Okay, Ham Solo, Call of Duty 2023. Are you looking forward to it? This dude.
Of
It's your
course. I
birthday, so
mean,
I'm not gonna go for your neck.
I'm very much looking forward to a new one, and like Kay Asante said earlier, I'm looking forward to it to see what they do with the campaign. I'm really excited to see that because I mean, at the end of the day, Call of Duty is Call of Duty, right? I can play Modern Warfare 3 and get the same feels that I get with the new Modern Warfare 2. I can play Advanced Warfare and get the similar feels that I get with Black Ops. Sure, they have their better points within them. Like I really enjoy the support class within Modern Warfare 3. Some of the some of the maps within obviously the maps within Modern Warfare 3 as well, but also with Black Ops you get a different feel with some of the maps and stuff like that over there. I love the diving mechanic that they had in the Black Ops games and stuff like that. Thought that was super dope, where you're running and then you fucking dive. I'm like, whoa. Like I remember the very first Black Ops when I used to always like find a cliff and just jump and dive. It was fantastic. But anyways, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. But like
Call of Duty.
But I'm more or less looking forward to the campaign in it. And as we just got done saying with Madden, then the campaign may drive me into the multiplayer. But one thing I kind of want to point out about Call of Duty as of late versus Call of Duty in the past is me and Matt were actually talking about this when we were playing Modern Warfare 3, is that like if you go into the older Call of Duties and then go into the new ones, you notice a stark difference in how they are like trying to get you to buy stuff, and like the convoluted way just to get into a match in the new in the new Call of Duties versus the old ones, where it was very simplistic. You picked team deathmatch. You picked kill confirmed. You picked domination. You picked very specific ones. In the new one, it's like all these checks for these different types of modes, and you got to switch this to go into hardcore only. And do you want to buy some stuff for your battle pass? Do you want to watch this cutscene for the new season? Like it's just very convoluted versus the old ones, which I don't even know why I brought this up, but I just really enjoy it. Because keep in mind the old ones had a story in it too. Like Modern Warfare 3 has
good
a story.
stories. Really good stories.
They're just not in your way.
Remaking them. It's why
They're just not in.
The story was that good.
No, the store. Store.
Oh, the store.
Oh, they're saying story.
No, I'm saying
the
story. Yeah. I noticed that both of you thought that. So I had to reiterate the store in those games. Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare, I think Modern Warfare 2. I know like the newer, some of the newer Black Ops, they all have storefronts as well, but they're just not in your way. Yeah, I feel like in the new Call of Duties, it's just like hit B here if you don't want to buy. Hit B here if you don't want to buy. How about this cutscene to get you interested in buying the battle pass? And it's just like, oh my God, would you go away?
No.
The upgrade system is just, I know it's not going to go away, Loke. I know it's not. But I'm just like
hey, then I'll go.
But it honestly does kind of turn me off when I turn the game on compared to the old Call of Duty, where I turn on the game, it's black and white. It just tells me, do you want to play or not?
Remember the 2K startup for last year?
It's even worse this year. It's even worse this year.
Boom. Oh, it's worse.
Dude, don't get caught spamming A.
Yeah, I booted that up not the other day, but a few weeks ago at this point, and I was just hitting A because I'm talking and party chat, not really paying attention. Dude, if I had hit A one more time, I would have spent $150 on the like Supreme Edition of 2K24. That's just the way it is. You can't hit A whenever you boot that game up, and they know that, and they know that kids got ADHD because of where they're just smashing the A button. And then all of a sudden, their parents' cards get charged for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
I know that because my daughter is one of those people to spam. She doesn't know what to expect. She doesn't know that she's even charging anything.
She's just trying to get past it.
Exactly. But yeah, go ahead. My bad. Right.
Welcome in. K Mega says happy birthday, Ham Solo. Silent Cypher, haha. Yep, the storefronts are there, but not intrusive on the older ones. Raichi says this is out of nowhere, but each time I get an X, oh, he's talking about Twitter notification, my brain is trying to remember if I got subscribed. Okay.
The hub.
Um,
Man's on the hub.
yeah. Matt, you
He
already
said
no,
no
Matt's already
secrets.
spoken about that one. The last topic for today is Baldur's Gate 3, already one of the most popular games in Steam history. At the time of this writing, the Baldur's Gate 3 concurrent player count record on Steam is a whopping 400,000 and climbing. Matt,
Mhm. Yeah,
what are your thoughts on this number?
that's great. That is great for Larian Studios. That's getting so much hype right now that I went from absolutely not interested to, you heard me at the beginning of the show, I'll give it a shot in
You give it a
2024. Yeah, like I'll give that a shot. Like I went from
It's
not
like
at
$50.
all, yeah, not even remotely interested to I'll give it a shot. And
Mm.
I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy for him because, you know, they've been working on this game for how long now? Like 6-7 years, something nuts. And you know, all they did was release it on PC. That's all they had to do, and it's breaking records. So I'm very very happy for him. It seems like fans of the franchise are ecstatic to play it. Seems like they don't have very many complaints. So I mean, you love to see it. You love to see it.
All right. Ham, Baldur's Gate 3 already know one of the best selling games on Steam ever.
Oh
What are
my
your
goodness. I'm just looking at the disrespect that marketing team Click said in the damn chat. He said, I got
Yeah.
OCD. So if I see the A, I gotta press it. That's why I love PlayStation games. Just pressing X, you can beat the game. All right. Oh my goodness. My goodness. But anyways, Loke, as for Baldur's Gate 3, I tell you what, I am not interested in this game, to say the least.
Wow.
I keep seeing people
Even
talking
with
about it.
playing it.
I've watched somebody play for like 20 minutes and I did not know what was going on, which is fine, but I didn't notice any sort of action happening. I just noticed them talking to people, to talk to people,
It's an
to talk to
RPG, bro.
another person. And I'm just like, yo, like, no, like, you know, like there has to be some action in between these talks.
There's lots of action, bro.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, but it didn't sell me so far. I have yet to see an action scene. And I tell you what, I'm not really going out of my way to find it. I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it is a good game. It already has a crazy Metacritic score, right? 94 on Metacritic.
94.
A lot of people are really enjoying it from what it seems, but like, I'm just like, I never played Baldur's Gate 1. I've never played Baldur's Gate 2. Baldur's Gate 3, just because it's coming out in 2023, I'm not going to pretend I'm just up out of joy for it at all. I don't know the lore of the game, and I'm not interested in figuring it out at this time. Later on, because I said the same exact thing about Persona. I said the same exact thing about Death Stranding.
Yeah. But
you remember
them
that? I enjoyed the hell out of Death Stranding. Loved Persona, but it was the wrong time for those games for me.
Beat the boss that takes almost an hour to beat. That's how much you love Persona.
Yes. So it's just, I don't see it. It's nowhere near a $70 game for me, especially when it's something I'm very unfamiliar with. It's either Game
$40?
Pass or like $20 or $30 kind of game.
God damn.
I'm dead serious. That's just what it is for me, not knowing anything before I hop in. I don't want to hop in, and I don't want to spend $70 for a game that I might play. I might like.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? I just spent
kind of what it is.
$300 for Starfield. Vinny hooked it up with Atlas Fallen
for me. So I'm playing that day one. Armored Core looks fairly interesting. I still want to get Remnant. I'm sorry, Baldur's Gate. There's no room for you right now. And then it's the further we get, the worse it looks for Baldur's Gate for me to jump in.
Yeah. The
So,
more you
like-
see it, it's like, no.
So this has there needs to be like a quarter of gaming that's just kind of open season for me to find my way to Baldur's Gate. And what I mean by that is that there needs to be a quarter of a year where there is no releases that I'm interested in at all for Baldur's Gate to even seem interesting to me.
All right. And
I don't
with
see that
ladies
happening
and
anytime
gentlemen,
soon.
I just want to, my take on this one real quick. I find it awfully ironic. Awfully ironic. The people on PlayStation that are capping so hard for Baldur's Gate are the same people that have been crapping on the entire PC community when the PlayStation exclusives jump over to there. When just talking about, oh, PC, all they do is pirate. All they do is pirate. This is, for me, this is just further proof that piracy is just a question of service and availability. It's not just people being blatantly dishonest or thieving. It's just the developers, the publishers that don't make the games available in every region at a fair price. 400,000. I bet you this game sells more copies on PC than on PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
That's
It's a
100%.
trillion% will.
That's my take on Baldur's Gate. I think like
A
50
trillion
people are gonna
percent.
buy it on PlayStation. Everyone else is a PC gamer. Anyways,
I love that I seen on Twitter that somebody put 94 Metacritic. And
Yeah.
and is the 94 Metacritic's only for is it only for PC right now, or is it rated for PC and PlayStation?
It's only out. It's only out on PC. It
only
doesn't come
for
out for
PC.
PlayStation until next month.
So there is no rating for that right now on Metacritic, right?
No,
I thought it was
it isn't.
I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty funny on Twitter. I was scrolling, right? Because that's what you do. And
Yeah.
or X or whatever you want to call it. And I seen
No, it's Twitter.
some
Hey,
Okay,
look at
Twitter.
me. Ham?
yes.
Zitter.
Zitter.
Zitta.
Zeeting
All right.
on Zitter.
Go ahead.
I
You're
was
on Twitter?
scrolling through. Yeah, I was scrolling through, and I seen a PlayStation fanboy say another PlayStation banger, and they showed the
Oh
Metacritic
my
score for Baldur's
God.
Gate, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
dude.
no. I was like, should I tell him?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to waste my time.
Don't do it.
Because I
Yeah.
know he's just gonna argue back and be like, "What y'all got? It's series because of the
You're gonna-
Series S. You're not playing this banger, right?" And you know, I
You're
just
playing
wasn't even in the
Starfield.
mood for it.
You're just gonna lose brain cells. All right, so that's the end of the show. Thank you to everyone for coming through. Before we leave, before I get to the last point, Matt, plug your stuff real quick.
You can find me at Matt Likes Games over on Zitter. You can check out my Zeets there. You can check out my videos on you can check out my videos on YouTube. Matt Likes Games. I do videos on Monday and Friday, and then I do a podcast with Ham Solo on Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Check that out. And then you can see me here every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, Ham.
Shout out to Silent Cypher with the $2 super chat saying "popping on
Oh my
Zitter."
Oh
Hell
Lord.
yeah.
Messy.
But anyways, you know where you guys can find us right here. Every other Monday with K Mega, I do the crossover show. Every Tuesday, 100%. Me and Loke do the lowdown. On Wednesdays, it's kind of if I feel like it, kind of. to be
Yeah.
honest, but for the most part, you can catch me on Matt Likes Games channel that day doing podcasts called the Two Player Podcast. On Thursday, I got
Yes.
Behind Them Sticks, and on Friday, you can find us here where you're at currently for bullsitting. But as for this coming week, just to let everybody know, there will be no
shows this week for TSWS Gaming at all. I'm gonna be out of town in Colorado doing my thing with some family, hanging out, driving some razors around the mountains. It should be a really good time. And I'll also be going to the NHRA drag races as well with the big old crazy funny cars and stuff like that. And I'll have, you know, like the tires, they spin so fast that they break up the rubber that's on the tires and it just flies in the air. I've came back multiple times with like rubber, like just pasted all over like my arms and face because of those drag races. They are insane. So if you've never been to an NHRA race or a drag race like that, I highly recommend you guys go if you get a chance to do that. But yeah, as I said, no show for TSWS Gaming next week, but we will be back the following week, starting with the lowdown on TSWS. And yeah, we will be coming back with a vengeance. We'll be all energized and hyped up from not having any shows the previous week. If you want to catch me a little earlier than then, you'll definitely for sure find me on the crossover with K Mega on his channel. But like I said, that's not next week. That's going to be the week after. And then we'll go back and forth from there. But that's all I got to say. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate everybody for coming out here for a little bit of a birthday stream dash bullshitting episode that we had here. K Asante was phenomenal. Loke got all the slander that he deserved. He did not enjoy reading those Kojima tweets, and I loved it. That was a great present from y'all out there. I appreciated every moment of it. Oh yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. And shout out to K Mega here in the chat right now. So I see you, dog. But anyways, continue on. I know you got a little last thing that you like to do before we get out.
Yeah, this one is going to be special because it's not just going to be me. It's going to be me, Matt, and the chat. I've been drinking water. All right, Matt.
Hold on. I drink.
Follow my lead.
Go ahead there, bud.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm going faster, Loke.
Happy birthday, Ham Solo. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for listening.
Now Ham's got to sit there and just end silent.
Thank you for listening.
Oh man.